to me. And start recording. Here we go. Hey, everybody. Well, we alive. We alive now.
Hello.
Hello. Don't
Trying to
know
get
who's
into
all
my
here
house.
aside from the ones that said hi, but
Trying to get into my house as fast as I can so I can turn on the volume. Beautiful. Yeah, we have to do our Friday stream early today because I'm going out to birthday dinner, and so is she, but it's not her birthday.
Yeah.
She's just going out to dinner.
I got free dinner offered to me and my husband, so we're like, hell yeah.
Yeah. Again, never turn down free food.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you guys. I am 26 years old.
She's an old woman now.
Agoo.
Agoo. Not as old as me, but old enough.
I'm like 4 years younger than you, aren't I?
Not as old as me, but old enough. I've truly arrived.
And it wouldn't be a Michi stream unless I'm eating, and it's true because Cody ordered me DoorDash in bed because he couldn't be here. It won't be. I'm not letting you turn to Bo Nugget. You're not getting more food.
Bo Nugget.
I'm sorry, ever since Holly showed me that video, I'm like, no, my cat's gonna turn into Bo Nugget.
I think it's fine. You don't give him that much food.
I don't. We feed him half a bowl in the morning and then a full bowl at night.
Oh my god.
Like, technically, he should only have one bowl, but
he a big boy.
He a big boy, and ever since the pooping incident, he attacks us if he doesn't get at least that much.
No.
And attack, I mean he attack. Like, we'll be sleeping, and then he's like, oh, you're sleeping. I'm gonna crawl on your face. Or, oh, you're going to the bathroom. I'm gonna go at the door.
Fuck. Yeah, that's about right. Excuse me. Everybody, happy birthday!
Thank
Prices
you.
for the prices for the collab. I'm just gonna say they're my prices.
Yeah, they're Bree's normal prices because they're just split 50-50.
Yeah.
But we already got one.
We got one, and I'm working on it right now.
I just think it's hilarious because, yeah, we got one, and it's for one of my characters. Oh, just so you know, if it's hard to tell Lorelai's body type with her dress because of, well, the style.
She looks like she's got some meat on her.
Yeah, well, yeah, she's thick, but she doesn't have an hourglass. She's just very, very top heavy.
Okay.
So she got mega titty and no booty.
Mega titty, no booty. All right. Well, it doesn't matter what kind of legs
I know,
or anything.
I know, because she dresses. She a princess.
She a princess.
She gotta have that Baroque fake hips.
Yeah, right. So, heavy titty.
Yeah. But it sucks because, like, you know, when I tell people that, they're like, well, then wait, why don't she show the titty? I'm like, because she's wearing a corset. That's what they wore back in the day. You don't get boob hole folds in corsets. They tie you in.
Right?
Yeah, you guys will see my bright ass right here in my worry. It's actually a hilarious scene where Code's at the camera when he first saw it, and he was like, I need to do the hair reveal. It's not that it's bad, and it's grown on me. It wasn't supposed to be this bright of red.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is really bright red. But when I look at it more, I'm like, no, yeah, this is the mage red. Like I just wanted a little darker, just a pinch.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah. And my bun's all soggy with mayo.
Nasty.
Oh, where can I find the commission info? Well, I haven't posted the collab commission info yet, but pretty much I'll link you to Bree's commission prices.
It's down on the bottom.
Oh, okay.
It says where it says commissions open. You could just look at that, but pretend it's all colored by Mitchie.
Okay, yeah. Except we're not doing traditional collabs. It's just digital.
Yeah, just digital.
And it's not flats because that wouldn't count. It's the complete and complex. Those are the prices we're doing.
Yeah. Yee.
Thank you guys.
Wait, was she tall?
Oh yeah, Lorelai's tall.
Okay.
Lorelai's.
It depends on how I draw her legs.
No, she's tall. That's why the joke that Morgan always had was she's Laura Leggy.
Laura Leggy.
Yeah, she that's the thing with her family is like her entire family line is full of big, beautiful, tall black women.
Yay, as it should be.
Yes. And it's like in another life you would have been an Amazonian princess, but here you're just an you're an anxiety riddled lesbian. And then the terrible joke is she's the fire mage, so my friend's like, oh, so she flamin', and I'm like, fuck, because I didn't think of that.
Oh my god, that's great.
Hey, yeah, no.
See, she's Mexican, y'all.
I got the vinegar spray for that. Sorry, he was going after my power cord on my laptop. You already took my microphone, Binks. You're not taking that too. Thank you for the birthday, guys. Am I still here or did I cut out?
You are still here.
Okay, good.
I'm just quiet.
It's okay. Hey, she's Mexican. What?
Because you're like, ay.
Oh, fuck. No! Oh my god, what's on the menu? Legs. Oh, shit. But yeah, let me show you the picture that Morgan drew of her in modern-ish clothes, and he gave her the leggy, and I love it.
Oh my god.
Just to find it was a while ago. Because we were making the joke that, like, oh, if she was ever a rebel, she'd be, like, such a mom rebel that it would be hilarious. Be like, oh my god, no one knows. And it's like, what'd you do? I put my drink down without using a coaster.
Shit.
I gotta find the Laura leggy.
The Laura leggy.
I know it's here, and I know I favorited it. Where is it? I will find it. It kills me. Oh, I cry. I forgot how much fan art I've gotten. I'm like looking through. I'm like, it shouldn't be that hard. And then I'm like, oh right, people love me, and I'm like, gross.
Gross, nasty.
I'm gonna call her that from now on.
Laura leggy.
Poor Lorelai. Oh no, computer, stop lagging.
Oh no.
Hey, KYLS. Oh, the only thing that's important about her is she has to have her headband on. So
okay.
other than that, you can give them the dress that my friend wanted.
Yee.
Yeah, so really funny. For you guys who just came in and don't know. So a friend of mine from high school collab commissioned both of us to draw my character.
Hell yeah.
So I'm sitting here like, this is definitely probably one of the weirdest commissions I've ever had, but it's not bad. It's just funny. Did he not post the Laura leggy? I'm so sure he did. And I'm just, yep, here's the Laura leggy. Okay. Load! I finally find it, and then it just doesn't want to. No, not that one! Where'd it go? I just had it!
Fuck. None for you.
Oh no, not again, not again, not again. Come on. Oh, I need to put more water in this thing.
Okay.
That's right. The end of the day.
Laura's Aggie.
That's right, Pink. There's more water in it now. Oh. I found the Laura leggy and now it's gone and now I hate it. I'm like, where'd it go?
Oh no.
There it is. Here's Lorelai in modern clothes.
Fuck.
Right?
Leggy.
And her shirt says, "I'm a rebel, I read past my bedtime."
Okay, so I'm gonna put you over here. I'm gonna put my chat over here, so all I have to do is look up.
If the commissions are the same, I might just commission pasta. That's fine if you want her pretty colors. I'm not salty. Support my boo, she got a phone bill. Yeah, you didn't miss much. We literally just started.
Literally.
Yeah, good. Also, I might cut out in and out here because it's storming where I live, and for some reason the storm hates the internet that I barely have.
You mean the internet hates the rain?
Yes.
It's like that.
Mm-hmm. 13 more minutes until I get out of school. Get off your phone.
Oh my god.
Don't get your phone taken away 13 minutes before class is over.
Real though.
I hate the rains down in Africa. Fuck. Hey, no Toto in this stream.
Fuck.
But it should be blessed rain because it rains in Africa. Fuck me. How did we get here?
What, to Africa?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I'm like... Oh, Lorelai's so cute in your style.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, she got the poof hair. Her hair kind of foofs out.
It's okay. I got that foof.
Cause like I don't know, I didn't want her hair to be just like straight,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm like it's gonna be poofy.
Like she's got the thick hair and she tried to straighten it and it just became a poof.
Yeah, pretty much. What's actually okay? What's really funny about that? It's kind of funny in a fucked way because I have a terrible sense of humor. So at one point in the story, there's like a point where her mom jokes, where her mom's like, "Yeah, if it wasn't for the fact that I know I was faithful, I would have been sure that her father was somebody else because she's the only one in our family that has this hair consistency."
Oh my god.
And like, because that's the thing about mage hair is it's really soft.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, again, it would make sense if you're different races with different hair textures to just suddenly be like, here's a very soft-haired baby.
Very soft-haired baby. Okay.
But my excuse is that It's the mage stuff, and not that I was lazy back in high school and didn't know how to design characters. It's one of those things where I'm like, oh, you've had your hair this way for so long, I can't change it on you.
No.
Your next life, I'll give normal hair texture too, but this one, no, you can stay this way.
Nope.
You gotta stay the pretty anime goddess. Thanks, Don Cat. Guys, if you had to get matching tattoos, what would you get? Get Flash, because then you know hundreds of people have it, and if you have a
You cut out.
fuck.
You're fine.
I was saying get Flash. That way, if you have a falling out with your friend, at least you can tell yourself hundreds of people have this tattoo. Because, like, technically, Anna and I have matching tattoos, but we got it on a Flash Friday. I'm not saying Anna and I aren't friends anymore. We're still really, really good friends. Best bitches. It's just hilarious because we're like, yeah, we got matching tattoos, but we got tattoos on a Flash Friday, so like 1,000 people probably have this moon tattoo.
Shit. I mean, it is only a moon tattoo as well, so.
It is. There's no. It's just the placement we got it on was.
Yeah.
Oh, someone bought me a gun moon.
Yay! Coffees!
Yes, support my addiction. Thank you, Gun Moon.
Speaking of coffees, I guess I ground mine a little too fine. So when it was brewing, I guess the water wouldn't go through enough. So it overflowed past the filter and into the thing the filter goes in. And because some of the stuff was coming out of it, it clogged the hole. And so it was filling that up and coming out of the coffee thing entirely.
Oh no, that happened today?
Yeah, and I looked at it and I was like, why? Why today?
You know why, it's my birthday. You have to have a curse.
I have a curse now.
Oh, I need a fork. They didn't give me a fork for my chili fries.
Weep. Excuse me. I heard that.
My heart.
Your heart? Your kokoro?
My kokoro. Imagine Ringmaster eating in front of a camera while a kid cries about their Minecraft account being deleted. What? What
the fuck?
I mean, Ringmaster doesn't really eat. That's why I'm getting like slowly better to how I pick. Because he's supposed to like look borderline anorexic. Because the reason is he can't die, and he kind of lost, for reasons I can't say, he lost his ability to like taste food that isn't like extreme food. And so he's like, do I want to destroy my asshole tonight or just not eat? You know what? I'm just not gonna eat.
Shit.
And it's one of those things where like he has to remind himself. He's like, oh yeah, I should eat something.
It's like, that'd be good if I would eat something.
Yeah. I mean, you think about it though, because like if you can't really taste the food and you don't need it to live, I probably wouldn't eat either. Like, it's a shitty thing to say, but it's like, oh yeah.
You know, I have days like that, and I'm like, why do I have to eat? I wish that I didn't have to eat.
Right? Like, it tastes good, but do I have to?
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have literally not had chili fries in years.
Oh.
I forgot how good they were and how terrible they are for your colon.
Eat those chili fries.
Oh yeah, for you guys who know, Cody got me some DoorDash instead of breakfast in bed because he's at work. Now I crave chili fries. Oh. Same with sleep. If I don't need sleep to finish things, I would be so much faster. Same! Like, I love sleep, but if I didn't have to sleep, or I'm just like, imagine all the art I would get done. Imagine all the shit. Imagine all the shit I would be able to do. Like, my queue would never be full. What did he get you? Oh, he got me Wendy's. But for my birthday, he was really sweet. He got me all 3 of these limited edition Halloween ring candles. I really, really, and I mostly wanted them because the bottles are like really cool. They put them in, and the rings are also like all black gold. And I'm like, so that's why I told him, I'm like, you can just pick one of them. And I guess he felt bad that he forgot to order them. So I thought they were sold out because it was for Halloween. And he was like, oh no, are you serious? And I'm like, it's okay. And he's like, no, it's not okay. You didn't forget my birthday. I'm like, you didn't forget mine either. You just forgot to order my present.
Shit.
And so then I was like, just go check on the website if they're still there. And I'm like, oh, there's some. It's like, okay, get all 3 of them. And he's like, yeah, get all of them. I'm like, honey, no. He's like, honey, yes.
Happy birthday, honey.
So yeah, I don't know when they're supposed to get here. It said they shipped, and it was anywhere between 3 and 10 days. So I'm like, thanks for that window.
Right?
I don't know. I hate the like, oh, it'll be like, 3 to 10 days. I'm like, that's a big window gap.
It's a very big window gap.
For me, like 3 to 5, okay, that makes sense. But 3 to 10? That's 3. 3 times over.
Renaissance dresses!
Technically, this is a Baroque style dress. It's not in the Renaissance era.
I don't care. It's still big and poofy. It's all the same to me.
Well, like I said, she's a princess, and she's not like a fantasy princess. She gotta have, princessy clothes.
I know, but it's just still funny. Like, ah! I mean, it's not that bad. Actually, I really like it. Oh, I like the outfit.
I know, right? When my friend was like, "Oh, here you go," I'm like, "Ah, it's cute." My mom bought me like 10 pairs of socks for Christmas presents. Hey, that's good. I fucking love socks. Like, I sit back now and I'm like, shit. Oh, yes, yes. Ah, my charms are on the way too. Ah, my pre-orders, I can get them together and shipped out soon.
Yay.
I mean, I only got like 2 people who pre-ordered it, but still. I'm super excited though for the rings and the candles because like I've seen the rings come in. You pick the, but I'm like, fuck, those are all really cute rings.
Mm-hmm. Me, I am not creative, so I'm just gonna use this entire picture for the dress. Actually, I didn't even mean to put her in the same direction as the fucking reference picture.
Oh my god, did you?
Ah! Oh well, too late now.
Isn't that hilarious when that happens? Like, I remember I did like a batch of commissions, and this happened to Morgan too. Binks, no.
Look,
Binks, you have food?
Like I even did like the other hand a little bit, like up by her chest and stuff. I was like, God damn it! No! I was gonna have her hold little flowers to her little chest.
You should have her hold lilies because she's in love with Lily. It would make sense.
Okay, I'll do that.
That's so cute.
I was gonna ask her what kind of flower would she hold.
I mean, she'd probably be cliche, but for symbolism's sake, let's go with lilies because she's in love with her best friend Lily, who's my cat girl.
Yeah.
But oh yes, my charm shift. My other charm stuff shipped. Today is a good day.
Happy birthday.
Let me see. Have you claimed your reward points? No, Scented Treasures. I just want to see if it's shipped yet. Okay, yeah, view my order. Your shipment has been confirmed. What does that mean?
That it's been confirmed.
Oh, okay. The shipment label has been printed.
Yeah.
Oh, it's in Los Angeles, so I might actually get it like tomorrow.
Yay!
A go! But yeah, I showed my friends in the group chat what the candles look like, and they are cute as fuck candles. It's the vampire one, the witch's brew, and I think it was called Hocus. Was the other one.
Yep. They're good candles. They're nice candles.
Merry burfmus, Michelle. Did you get any good stuff? From what I know, I only got my webcam. Nothing else has come. Oh, no. I got my webcam. I got a really cute little fan art from a fan, and then Kate.
Totally cut out around that part.
Ah!
But.
Okay, so I got amazing fan art from a very sweet fan where they drew me because I said like I'm into kitchen witchery and I do that's what I think my craft is in kitchen witchcraft. And so they drew like a little like me on a magic card with a magic spoon, and I'm like, it's really cute. And then Kaylee drew one of my ticks and turns OCs that I think is hilarious because she's only just kind of mentioned in this book.
That's great. She's got a whole persona now.
Well, oh, no, because like she has a story, but I'm like, how do I word this? Okay, so Ticks and Turns is a little bit more lighthearted. Mm-hmm. It's got some pretty serious moments in it, but it's not depressing. I think I should say.
Shit.
Like that's why like Marked is also a dramedy, but like for me to actually do Dove's story like justice, I'm like this is gonna be a lot of sad. And this has been a shitty year for me. I don't want to write a lot of sad right now.
Yeah, right.
The Ticks and Turns fan art? Yeah, sure. Hold on.
Do they want to see Kaylee's thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Cool. Give that shit to
me. Everyone should follow Bezzy K on YouTube. Good shit. 10 out of 10.
10 out of 200.
Yeah.
Not even that. 200 out of 200. 200
oh, I got another fan art of Tetsu as a furry, and I think it's hilarious. Oh it's really cute. They drew Tetsu as like a kitty girl.
Aww.
Okay, but here's the Bezzy K one. The story about slavery. The story about slavery is the lighthearted one. He's a pet. It's a little different. It's got more funny moments in it, but it's like fucked up funny.
Shit. Is it okay if I kind of customize her little headband?
Oh yeah, because she uses magic to customize it. So
okay,
No, yeah, go ahead. She just needs to have like something on her forehead at all times. That's all.
Okay, cool. Because I'm gonna kind of copy this little reference thing.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. Because technically, she does have a diadem in her story, but she kind of like goes to Tetsu and is like, "Can you just make my headband turn into this thing?
Shit.
Because I kind of need the glamour and I suck at magic." And she's just like, sure, honey.
Sure, honey. There.
like I said, Lorelai and Tetsu. That's why I felt so bad I killed that person and shit. Lorelai and Tetsu are like Tetsu to Lorelai is the mom she never had.
No.
And it's not that Lorelai's mom was like abusive or anything, but her mom was very, very much a noble class mom back in the day, so it was like, I birthed you, the nursemaids do everything else.
Ooh.
Thank you, Armani.
Oh shit.
And thank you for my webcam.
Hell yeah. Armani, hello. Cute. Alright, let's see. Me. Yeah, she did favorite or upload it. There we go. Ha! Cool. Yay! I got the sketch kind of now.
You're getting really fast at sketching.
Sketching is, you know, it usually doesn't take me that long. It's the lining that takes me forever. See,
that's why I'm weird. For me, the longest thing is the sketching, and then everything else I can get done like that.
Yeah. Well,
I think it's because, like, I don't know, I'm, at least with my sketching, I'm, like, really paranoid about it, that I'm not going to get all the details if I don't make it, like, really, really clear.
Mm-hmm. I was like, God, Mom, did you fucking give me a coffee, damn it? Thank you.
Guys, stop pimping us out. I quiet.
We quee. We constantly quee.
Oh, the quee. Oh, I'm wrong. My mom did give me a birthday gift. I totally forgot about it because I got it like super early. We live really close to a theme park that won't be named for doxing reasons, but we live very close to a theme park, and so my mom was like, "Hey, I'll just buy you guys season passes. You're right there." And so my mom bought us both season passes. And then she's like, "So you have something on your actual birthday. I'm gonna mail you a crate of pears." And so I have a crate of pears.
That's awesome.
It sounds, but they're good pears. They're like really good pears. I know, it sounds really weird. Like, what the fuck? Your mom gave you pears?
It's like, yes. I love pears.
I mean, last year, I literally asked my Mom, can you just get me, like, the Costco thing of tuna? And she was like, what? I'm like, I don't have a Costco cart, and I like tuna. That's a good deal. Kind of serious question here, maybe. I'm agendas. I'm agenders, and I prefer they, them pronouns, but I feel like it's kind of impossible to get pronouns when I am in school. IDK, just so many people not get it. Okay, Blutashi, wait, like you want people to use your preferred pronouns and they're just not doing it? Or you're asking, like, how do I bring up that I want people to use my preferred pronouns? I'm wondering which it is, because that can be like two different answers.
Yeah. Like 100% two different answers. Oops.
Oh my god, this entire Wendy's order is like cursed.
Yeah.
My straw is slit down the entire side, so I can't suck on my Frosty.
Fuck.
Meh. I'm kind of sad the chili fries weren't that good. They were good, and then I got to the cheese, and it's like movie theater cheese, and I'm like, Wendy's, you let me down.
Shit.
Methinks they're concerned people won't understand. Well, there's no nice way to say it, but they, them, at least from what I've experienced, is a lot harder for people to get behind than, like, being, shit, this is gonna sound so bad, but being, like, normal trans. I can't think of a nice way to say it, you know. And by normal trans, I'm not saying that being agender isn't, you know, a normal thing, but that I mean, when most people hear trans, they assume you're switching to the other gender than being non-binary or agender. Am I cutting out? Because I want to make. I'm trying not to cut out well, because this is a serious topic.
Shit. Yeah, no, so far you're good.
Okay. So I feel like if it's trying to have people understand, maybe just. Well, first of all, this sounds really douchey, but if there are people who are just like, I'm not going to do that, then you probably don't need those people in your life.
Yeah.
Now if they're family and you have no choice around the matter, the advice I can give, which is the advice people here to hate, but it's what I've had to do for a long time. I'm not non-binary, so I'm not saying it in that context, but I've had to deal with a lot of people who are pretty much talking to walls, and you're gonna have to just bite your teeth and bear it until you can get away from that situation. Like, most teachers and faculty, if you're like in school, because I don't know how old you are, Blue Tashi, they should understand. Same with like managers and coworkers and stuff, like in a respecting sense. But if they make fun of you, you need to be like, I'm not saying it'll definitely happen, but you should be prepared if it does happen. And if that bothers you too much, maybe I'm 18 and in college. Okay, well then, I mean, I feel bad because like I'm not binary, so I don't know if I can give the best advice in this. But like my friends who are like agendered and stuff, it took a while for me to get used to, and I slipped up every now and then. I really felt bad about it. So it is going to take a while for people to get used to it.
Yeah,
I mean, Bree.
Because I have a friend that, my friend Rin.
Yeah.
Our cult leader Rin.
Yeah.
For a while, she was they, them, she, her, just, she kind of, see, I did it again.
Yeah.
They didn't really mind for, like, say me or something, because I was pretty close to them. But, when she would tell other people that, it was like, oh, so you don't care? Okay, I'm just gonna call you she then. And she would, they'd get pissed off about it a little bit, like, at least try a little bit harder than that. So
yeah.
So they ended up just being like, just they, them. Just they, them. And I still fucking say she. And as you notice, I'm...
Yeah, you're fixing it, yeah.
Yes, it's really hard. Ooh, no, my tablet turned off.
I've had that happen to me. I hate that.
I hit the cord.
Yeah.
I talk and I move my hands around, but I'm somebody that doesn't care. Oh, I don't want to say care. I don't mind. If you want to be called monster for crying out loud, I'll learn how to do that.
Yeah.
There are people out there that will try, and then there's other people that just don't care. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm kind of scared to start telling people my preferred pronouns. Well, I think you should. I think a big issue is that people don't explain why they want to be called their preferred pronouns. I know that sounds really stupid, but like if you explain it to people, I feel like they would understand better, because that happened with someone in my life who's trans, where there were a lot of people that hated him for no good reason. And it's not fake trans guy. It's not that guy, because fuck that guy.
Fuck that guy.
But it was one of those things where it was like they were getting to the point where they were just like, okay, this is why I don't like this, and this is why I would rather you use my preferred pronouns. And everyone's like, oh shit, I had no idea. And it's like, you don't have to have like a mental breakdown and tell them like your deepest darkest secret, but you should explain why it makes you feel better so they could take it more seriously. Because especially when people use they, them, and some of the other ones that are out there now, a lot of people are going to kind of roll their eyes. And it sounds really mean, but there are a lot of people like that because of trans trenders, which is a thing. Again, I go back to fake trans guy.
Shit.
And those people make a really, really bad name for the people who actually like identify as that and kind of feel more comfortable that way.
That.
Long story short, just be the better person. And if someone's gonna be an asshole and be like, well, I'm gonna call you this anyway, at least now you know how they really act.
Yeah.
So it's hard, especially since you've known them for so long, using one pronoun to them something change. Yeah, Armani's right. So expect people to slip up because it's a more recent thing. But if they slip up, don't like, I mean, you don't seem like the person to chew them out on it, but I've literally seen people do that, like in public. I remember I was actually once at a mall, and this isn't even pork pizza guy. I told you that story, right?
I don't think so.
Okay, so I must have said during Morgan's stream or something. But so I have a friend who works at a pizza joint, and they had a new hire, which was this kid in high school. And like he was a high school kid, and this very male presenting person came into the store. And by that, as my friend described them, they had like full on white trucker beard. They were wearing very masculine clothes and presenting very, very male. And so when the new little teenager was like, "Oh, hi, sir. How can I take your order?" The male presenting person proceeded to scream at this 16-year-old about how they misgendered them and they need to get fired, and just like was screaming at them on the security camera, and then complained to corporate. And then this poor 16-year-old kid who honestly just made a mistake broke down, cried, and quit. And now my friend is like, and so now my friend who was working there with this is like, yeah, I think non-binary is BS because I watched this very male-looking person come into my store and yell at a child and then complain to corporate to get free pizza.
That's... Don't hate all of us.
Well, no, I know, and that's what I tried explaining. I'm like, you shouldn't hate all of them, and she's like, I know, but I can't, like, so whenever I hear it, I just think back to that poor kid getting screamed at by a grown-ass adult.
Yeah, by a grown-ass man.
Yeah.
Because you know he's not fucking non-binary.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. But yeah, that's the thing, is there are douchebags out there who pull shit like that. I've even heard people. I never told this story. So, at, I'm just gonna call this the white trash family gathering. And it wasn't my family, thank fucking Christ. So, Cody has this family member, I won't say who for doxing reasons, but they are not white trash, but they come from a very, very, very white trash family. Yay. And I did not know this because this person that I know in Cody's family is extremely well educated, extremely well respected, has a really good job. You know, they're very up and up with modern stuff. They're LGBTQIA plus, all the good shit. So there's this family gathering, and Cody and I were invited to. We'd never had before, and so we're there, and then I hear people openly talking about how they're frauding the government, openly frauding about how they're like, yeah, if you just wear a dress, go into a store, claim that you're trans, and they don't respect you, you can get free shit from management. And I'm just like, I hate you. I hate these kind of people. Yeah. And I was like, you really do that? He's like, yeah, free shit. Hello. And they also insisted of the people who always miraculously slip on pee in Walmart.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there was this one guy who's like, yeah, since this whole trans thing came out, I don't have to say that I'm slipping on pee at Walmart anymore to get my money. And I'm just like, I hate you people. I hate you so much.
Yeah, Shay actually saw, because he was at a security at Sears.
Shay witnessed what?
Yeah, he worked security for Sears one time, and he saw on camera that they just kind of had a water bottle and just pretended like, oh, I'm, putting water on the floor, and then another person in their family just like, in quotes, slips on the water, and they're like, oh, yeah. Oh, I slipped on water and it didn't have a wet floor sign, and
yeah.
God.
It's terrible. People literally do this for a living, and it's just like, this is why people who really need it can't get the shit they need.
Yeah.
That's so disgusting. Oh, I know, and there's a reason why. We got invited back, and we told the respected member, we're like, we're never talking to your family again. And what's sad is they were like, yeah, no, I understand.
God.
I don't talk to them much either, and I'm just like, oh. That shit happened to a McDonald's I went to. It's sad because, like, okay, so I had this story of my friend. My friend was pregnant, and she had, like, just found out she was pregnant, and she was walking in a Target, and she slipped. Like, she legit slipped, and she fell on her stomach.
Oh, no.
and she was terrified. And, you know, when it went through, the Target employees, which were very wrong on their fact, as someone who used to work for Target, I'm angry at this, but I understand why. Is they were like, okay, well, we have to go back on the security camera. She's like, can you at least call an ambulance? I'm like scared. They're like, no, we have to go through security cameras because people miraculously slip all the time. So even though she actually did slip and this wasn't a thing, she even said, she's like, I don't want to sue you. I want to make sure my baby's okay.
Yeah.
But it's sad because there are a lot of people who are like, oh, now I can get thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
She was okay, though. She was okay. So we were, everything, it did work out. The fall didn't happen to anything. But, like, it's one of those, like, she was really pissed off because she was telling me how, she's like, I wish they cared more. And I'm like, I don't think you understand how often this probably happens to them.
Yeah.
To where, like, yeah, they should care, but they also have to keep, like, their ducks in a row or else they could get their jobs taken away from them.
Unfortunately.
Like, oh, okay, have you ever watched Philip DeFranco?
No.
Okay, so he does, like,
no.
he does, like, YouTube news. And this one happened a while ago, but it was about how, there was this video trending on Twitter of these people, these workers at Chipotle who wouldn't serve these guys because they're like, no, you guys are dine and dashers. We're not going to serve you. You have to go. So the guys tried to make it into a race thing. And so then Chipotle was like, oh, okay, you got their faces on camera. We're going to just fire all of them because they shouldn't be racist in our store. But then they looked into this guy's Twitter, and he and his friends openly brag about dining and dashing at Chipotle all the fucking time.
Shit.
And so now people are like, wait, you probably should have looked into this before you fired these people, because it seems like these people were assholes and probably were dine and dashers. And then Chipotle had to apologize like 3 times, like, we're sorry for the racism. Oh, we're sorry for firing employees without looking into it. Oh, we're sorry that this is happening now. And it's one of those, like, this is why you can't just do vast decisions. You have to look into shit. Yeah. And people get salty when they're like, we have to look into shit. I watched this episode. Yeah, okay, so people know what I'm talking about. And I'm sitting here like, oh, it's just so terrible, you know?
Yeah.
But also, people do have to understand there are assholes in this world. Are you already lining it?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ, you got so fast.
I told you.
My baby's getting so fast.
Yeah, even though lining probably takes me the longest,
uh-huh,
I enjoy it, but I still do it pretty fast.
Isn't there something really soothing about line art?
Yes.
Like it's so zen. I don't know. I think it's the stabilizer. It's like my own personal ASMR without sound. It's just like, fuck, this is so satisfying. It
really is. I don't like
that. Like, if it wasn't for the fact that some people don't like slow paints, I would have like nice, just smooth inking.
Yeah.
Instead of having to speed it up. But more people like the speed paint option of it. And I do get it. I mean, no one wants to sit there and watch a speed paint for like 3 hours, so.
Shit. Yeah, especially like some of my full images are like, it takes me like 40 hours to do. It's like, ooh.
Oof. You know what you do when you're done inking this, because you're going to send it to me? You need to finish that meme. Everyone needs to see the meme that you doodled on.
Oh my god.
Hey, it also has the leggies.
It does have leggies.
It has your shit son in it.
It really does. Yeah, I'll probably like redraw it again from scratch just so I can record it because I forgot to record it.
Oh no! Gun mood! Like, your traditional stuff is so good. I still love your Waka Waka.
My Waka Waka.
Oh, they want to see the leggy.
No, not allowed. You can see the leggy when I make a video soon.
Because she actually has time now.
Yeah, I do. I just have to relearn how to use my my Vegas.
See, that's why I'm I'm a bitch, and since I already have Adobe Create, or not Adobe Create, I have Adobe Cloud.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, oh, well, I mean, I have Premiere Pro just right here. I can just download.
Shit. I mean, if I had it, I would.
Yeah.
But I don't. I mean, I guess I could probably find it. It's not really that hard. Like, I was trying to find InDesign on where I get my stuff, and I was like, this isn't downloaded enough. Oh, wow. This isn't downloaded enough. I'm scared. I don't want to put this on my PC.
Oh, God. We also need to do that 3-way collab with Holly where we all draw fucking rules hard.
Oh my god. I don't know how would we... Like, would someone sketch it, someone line it, someone color it?
I think so. That's how I've seen people do it in the past.
Okay.
Because I did one with Anna and Val, like, years ago, where that's what we did. We each sketched, and then we switched, and each did line art, and then we each did color.
Okay. Yeah, I started doing that with a friend, and we never fucking finished.
Did it fall through?
Kind of. Like, I started coloring somebody's, and... Like, mine never got lined or colored or something like that.
Oh, no!
So... I was like, ooh.
That would be fun, now that I think about it, because all three of us have such vastly different, like, art styles.
Yeah. So I guess we need to draw cards and see. Haha. That was totally unintentional, but to see who does what.
Yeah. The fact I know who you're referring to by shit son is horrible and great.
I love him so much.
I'm so happy that I was able to help you design this trash.
Right.
Like Morgan said, it's like my villain all over again. I try to make a villain that they can defeat, and then it's like, then you had to come. But what if? And then it's like, oh no, now I like you. I gave you a backstory and a personality. Shit.
It's the greatest thing ever.
I want to get an iPad to draw. Gun Moon, me too. I just don't have the money for the one I want. Like, a lot of people were telling me, like, oh, just lease one. And I'm sitting here like, I'm probably going to have to do that for my computer when this thing dies. I don't want to. And while I love people, I'm not one of those people to be like, I can't have a tablet be a computer. I don't care what anybody says. I think it works well if you're not a computer person, but I'm a computer person.
Yeah.
Like, I have a friend of mine who bought a laptop for school, and then she bought an iPad, and she's like, fuck, why'd I buy a laptop? Everything I can do on my iPad. And see, I think for those people that makes sense. Fuck, her hair is so pretty.
Yeah, I'm glad you like it.
It's so foofy. She's gonna die because she's also a fucking weeb, so, like...
Oh my god.
I have an iPad too. If I can get an Apple Pencil, I would enjoy it as my new sketchbook so fucking much. Yeah, I'm not knocking it. I think it's great. Like I said, I want to get one. I hate the ads where they're like, it can replace your computer, and I'm like, not if you're a computer person.
Yeah.
Like
I'm the one that'll knock it because it's still just an iPad. I don't like iPads. If it was a fucking iMac as a tablet, then we're talking.
Oh yeah, no, and I completely agree with that. But that's why I want to get the like heavy duty one, because I'm like, if I'm getting an iPad, I'm getting this thing into a beast.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna half out, because like my friend's like, well, you can get one for like $500, and I'm like, yeah, but it's only got a couple of gigs on it. Like, what's the point?
Yeah.
If I'm buying this thing for artwork, I like drawing at like high res, thick DPI.
Exactly.
And you can't really do that with a very basic iPad.
Nope. Where does her hair lay? Stop.
Oh fuck. Pretty much there. You're good. You're good there.
Okay. I was like,
sorry.
I'm about to keep going. When does it stop?
No, it's very, very poofy. So you're right. You're right. I'd say hip to butt.
Okay. Good. Ah.
Plus, it gets longer as she gets older, so.
Oh.
Flips computer, making it a large tablet everywhere. Thick DPI. No one beats freaking Pastel's DPI. What's your DPI at?
1200 DPI.
Yeah, see, mine be like 650 to 800. This bitch be in the quadruple digits.
Yeah. Yeah, I showed it on screen.
Yeah, there you go.
That's exactly what this is. And to be nice to Mitchie, I put it down to 600 so her computer don't die.
Yeah, because my computer is dying, so that's why I'm gonna have.
God Moon, yes, but it's pasta. Listen, I will never make that mistake again. Never.
About what?
How many was it? Finishing 2 or 3 complete images, not at the right size.
Oh no!
Because, so I was originally wanting them to be A4 size, or like 8x11s or whatever.
Yeah.
I wanted to print them there, or print them as that, but the images were like 3 inches by 3 inches.
Oh no!
Set at 300 DPI. I was like,
oh no!
I'm just like, kill me. So I will never make that mistake again. It's got to be 3 inches by 3 inches, but it's also got to be at 1200 DPI. So if I want to make it 11 by 17, it's going to fit.
I can. Yeah, a lot of people get on my case for they're like, oh, why'd you get a laptop? And I didn't know about my living situation. And if I didn't have a laptop, that entire like 4 months of hell, I wouldn't have been able to do anything.
Yeah.
Now that I have my own place and Cody has a better job and I'm making more money, I'm like, oh, I can get a desktop.
Right.
I'm not knocking laptops. I totally say, especially if you were in the situation I was in, because I will admit, I'm so happy that future or past Michi was smart. Because I remember I told my dad when my computer died, he's like, oh, you want another desktop, right? And I'm like, I don't know what my living situation's going to be. I better be safe and go with a laptop.
I mean, laptops aren't bad either, as long as you get the nice ones.
This is a nice one. It's just 5 years old.
I know, exactly. Like I said.
Yeah.
I just have a desktop because I was able to build it.
Yeah.
For the money that I spent on it, I built it.
That's another thing too, is you can't really build a laptop. It costs so much that at that point you might as well just get a desktop.
Yeah.
Or a new laptop. Oh, people want to know how long have you worked on this PC? I mean, you worked that job for 9 years.
Mm-hmm. So the original build, I've had the case for about 9-ish years. Mm-hmm. But I've replaced everything in it probably 2000
times or $2,000?
No. Wait, how much or how long? Yeah, it's how long. So, like, I think in, like, 2015, maybe, is when I kind of replaced everything in it.
Oh, okay.
Because because originally I was just going to buy me a new processor. And I fucked up, and I didn't look at the pins for the processor, and they didn't match with my motherboard.
Oh, no!
And I think I already... No. Yeah, so I ended up buying a new motherboard. And because of that, I think I got a new power supply, or maybe I'm still on the original power supply. I think I'm on the original power supply still. But, and then I had to get more RAM. And then eventually I upgraded to a new video card, which is like a 960, 970, something like that. So...
Oh yeah, Pasta is super computer smart. That's why she helped me. She even gave me some links to a rig I really want to get now.
Yeah.
You okay, Binky boy?
I don't know how to mess with software very well, but eventually I'll teach myself. But building PCs, give it to me.
Oh no, it's not sad. I was like, oh, is my package here? Because Binks got all like, oh, excited.
But no.
No. Well, because I ordered 2 new bullet journals and some iridescent inks because I've been wanting iridescent inks for so long.
Which ones did you get?
I got purple because I mean it's my favorite color, and then I got I believe copper. Let me check my orders. Hold on.
Was it the PH Martin ones?
Yeah.
Perfect. Keep in mind with those, if you use a brush, make sure it's not a really fancy brush, because they look kind of dry like acrylic paint on them.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I got bronze and the violet.
Hell yeah.
I didn't get them for bullet journaling. Because I wanted the bullet journals, and the bullet journals were like $13 for 2 of them.
Oh, that's cool.
And apparently it's thick paper, and I was like, oh, I'll try it out because I hate when I work in bullet journals and it bleeds through the other side.
Yeah.
And so then I was like, but I also I've wanted those iridescent like watercolors for a while. Or not the watercolors, the calligraphy inks for the sparkle.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to start putting like next year. I really want to really work on actually having originals in my store.
Hell yeah.
Plus, that also means that I can give my patrons some sparkle if I do more monotone work. Because I love that look of black and white with just a pop of color, and I think the shiny just makes it even better.
Like mine.
I have like every one of the iridescent inks in my like wish list.
That's awesome. Well, you put the whole kit in your wish list as well, right? Set A and B?
Yeah.
Okay.
But I also put the separate ones too, just in case. Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Because that is one thing I learned with my inks last time. I don't want to get a whole set right now because I bought all of the sets of PH Martin iridescent inks, not the sparkly ones, but the normal ones.
Oh, the India ink?
Yeah, and I'm sitting here like, like half of them like got all dried out and gooey because I didn't use them when I was going through the shithole of this year.
Shit.
Because I left them at my father-in-law's house. They literally sat for like 6 months.
Wow.
I'm like, oh no, my inkies.
They shouldn't have dried out that fast. They really shouldn't have.
Oh, they didn't dry out. They got all weird and gunky. I'll show you. It's sort of like when I shake them, I have to either shake them really hard.
Oh yeah, that's normal. Go on.
Or they're just
because my liquid watercolors get like that.
Oh really?
Yeah. Go on Amazon when you can and find like small metal beads. And then
metal beads?
Yeah, I can't think of the proper term for them. I'll have to find them because I have a little baggie of them. But you can put like 2 or 3 of them in those, and it helps shake them up a little bit better. It's like nail polish, like the little metal balls of nail polish. You can put those in there with it, shake them up, and they'll help break that up easier.
Oh, okay, that'll help then. Because I haven't thrown them out. I just felt bad because like in the move I looked at them, I'm like, oh, poor babies, poorly been used.
Yeah, because I had to get those for my liquid watercolors because they get settled so on the bottom, and it's like, these hurt my hands. Having to shake them up so much.
Yes, son. Yes. You just want some lovin's? You just want some lovin's.
Love me.
You want me just to rub your giblets? Okay, I'm rubbing your giblets. That's it.
Your giblets.
He's got this like little flab of skin that's like, it's not like a fat roll, but it's the little flab of skin. And he loves when me and Cody tug on it, and I have no idea why.
Shit.
It's really cute though. It's just a little tiny little flab.
babies. Harmonic. Bow nugget. Alrighty. La la la. Let's see if this looks okay.
Roll a flat. Everybody's losing. Tall mom TM.
Yes.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. She is like a mom friend. You bone nugget. You can blame Holly for that. Like, I saw that cat. Poor cat. And then I showed my parents the video, and I showed Cody, and Cody's like, fucking white people, I swear to God.
Shit.
Hey, he's not wrong.
He is not wrong.
Are you really already charged? Well, hot damn, okay. Did she work that day? It's my vlog camera, sorry.
That's okay.
Excuse me. Oh, I forgot I got to go to the Jew party tomorrow.
The Jew party!
I totally forgot. Okay, so my mom, because the first day of Hanukkah is tomorrow.
Oh, okay.
And my mom, for like the first time ever, is like, oh, I'm actually doing like a Hanukkah party. I want family to be there, and Cody can't be there, so I. And then what's great about it is we're gonna have Jew Party 2.0 on the 5th, where Anna and her family's gonna go because they really want to experience Hanukkah. They've never done it, and so my mom's like, I bought them yarmulkes. I'm gonna make kugel and all the good Jew food, and I'm like, oh yeah, Jew party, let's live it up.
It's the Jew party. It's gonna get lit.
It is. I'm gonna vlog the Jew party.
Hell yes.
You guys can meet my fucking family.
Fuck.
My cat Ferb has the same thing. Oh, you drew the diadem so cute.
Yay.
Chicks.
Earthquakes.
I still love that. Oh, I can only pay $100 for a non-complex. Still does this.
You know what? It's not that bad. This is not that complex.
Okay, so for you, complex is like armor and Final Fantasy.
Yes. That's what I said.
Oh my god! Bad boob! Is the Jew party gonna be as lit as the menorah? Ah!
Probably.
Yeah, more later than that. I got a menorah sucker from my mom, and she's gonna give it to the nice Jew lady at work. There's a menorah lollipop? Wait, hold on.
Fuck, there she
Lollipops.
goes.
It's not that I don't believe you. I need to buy some. Amazon, please don't let me down. Do you have Jew lollipops? Menorah candy. Not candles. Candy. No, I said not candles. Banks! Stamp. Get help. Oh, it's just Jew chocolate molds. Wait! There is! How did I just know about this now? No! It's free shipping! It's not Prime! It won't come in time! Wait, can I get the dreidels? No!
Fuck.
Look, they're really cute! They even have little Toras!
You killed Mitchie.
I've never seen this! See, back when I was a Jew, I would be living for this shit. Oh my god. Amazon has a Hanukkah photo booth props kit.
I'm ready.
And I'm dying. Oh my god.
It's gonna be lit.
Free one day. I'm gonna send this to my mom. I love you, Alaka.
Oh my god.
Excuse me.
Sexy.
There's a whole Jew section of Amazon I didn't know.
Nice. Aw, look at her and her little crown thingy.
It looks so cute. But you gotta oh, you should have can you have her hair going over the crown with her one bangs and then it poking out with the other side?
That's what's gonna happen.
Oh, okay. It's so cute.
Yeah, I just have to draw the whole thing so that it looks nice.
Binks, you already got fed breakfast. You gotta wait for dinner.
It's like, that's what you say.
No! Binky boy, stop it. Okay. Ooh.
Happy Hanukkah.
Alright, I tweeted you my lollies.
You had me at Shalom.
That's what got me!
This is how I roll.
I like the little dreidel on a stick though.
Yes. Oh my god.
Fuck.
God damn it. This is how I roll. I can't. Alright. Outfit time. So I need to layer my...
Oh, that's a cute little lollipop. Binks, what are you doing?
Face, body, oops, bangs. I think I have 3 layers of hair.
Here, play with the tinfoil. Don't fucking eat it, Binks. Wait, is it safe for cat to play with tinfoil?
As long as they don't eat it.
He was eating it.
Well.
You don't get to play with this now. You can't have the crunch. You have chew toys and toys, Binky boy. Why? Why must you do this to Mama?
He's like, why not?
Not allowed.
Okay. Yay, outfit time. This is accessories. Accessories 1, can't spell accessories. Accessories 2. Okay. So how long have I been streaming?
It doesn't feel like it's been that long. Has it been a long time?
Only an hour.
Wow, you've gotten really fast. Shit, we might be pumping these collabs out like no one's business if we get a lot of them.
See, this is why I'm so expensive. All the years of practice, I get faster. You pay for that.
No, it makes sense. You're still gonna draw her with the lilies, right?
Yeah. I just haven't drawn them yet. But what was I gonna say? Oh, like yesterday, I think it took me the longest on my second Final Fantasy one to color all the gold. That's what took me forever.
Metals are so long to color, but they're so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
I straight thought it'd been like 2 hours.
Shit.
Michi, what color is Binks' color? His collar's a really cute Halloween color with a pumpkin bow tie.
Shit.
I lost his original one, so he's got that one and a cute Christmas one. Yes, I'm gonna be one of those people. Fight me.
Nope, you're good. She's gonna get pointy boob.
I mean, she's wearing a corset. It makes sense. She's wearing a corset with mega titty. It would make sense she got the Lara Croft titty.
Mm-hmm. I made her. I think I might need to make her slightly more busty too.
You made her what?
And I said I think I need to make her slightly more busty too. Like,
I mean,
it's sticking out just a little bit more.
I mean, it's fine the way you have it.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, back in those days, they had to squish the titty. So at least with the way you've drawn it, you can still tell she has got a very tight bust.
Mm-hmm.
We'll just say that it's a very tight corset. Because again, technically that would be like pretty right, because that is really busty for someone back then.
Yeah, true.
Like I said, big, beautiful, tall black women.
I need to just go ahead and erase the shoulders because I made them too shouldery. Oops. I keep grabbing the wrong goddamn brush.
Let me see if I can find the Halloween pet color that Binks has. So I can show you guys. I can't find the one with the bow tie on it.
No.
Bink, get over here. Let me take a picture. No, Bink, don't. No! Don't go away.
He's like, you want me now? Ha ha ha.
Little shit's just laying there. Like, that's right. I'm gonna cross my paws and sit in the sun.
Shit.
If I get too close, though, he'll move.
Yep.
Okay, so it's kind of, let's see. It's kind of like this, except the pumpkin's just a normal pumpkin. It's not a pirate pumpkin. And the cord is black and orange checker pattern. So it's like that, but it's a normal pumpkin instead of a pirate pumpkin.
Oh, speaking of which, I need to save this file.
Oh God! There are so many little Jew things in Amazon. This is so cute. Well, no, like when I was growing up Jewish, I was always very sad because we could never find Hanukkah stuff. Like, look how funny this is. As a kid, I would have loved this. I would have loved this shit as a kid. Man, they also got pretty menorahs, like shit.
Oh my God. So they have a Mexican version of that.
Do they really?
Yeah, so the mustache is obviously black.
Yeah.
The sunglasses have like Mexican flag colors. And
oh my
instead
God.
of the candles up there, it has like a little sombrero.
Oh my God.
I think there's actually a picture of me wearing it, so hold on, let me go look for it. Oh, somebody messaged me. Who be messaging me?
Did you get a commission order?
Oh, no, it was just Shay.
Oh. Hi, Shay!
Yeah, because I sent him our thumbnail, and he was like, the cat with the sad eyes! It's like, it's me! Alright, so...
Oh my God, I should send Cody our thumbnail, hold on. Cody was happy because he got to be an asshole to one of his students today.
Oh my God.
Because, like, he got to do his first, what's it called? His, pretty much a toolbox check. I forgot what the actual word's called.
Mm-hmm.
But, because they are very, very, very strict about how you have to keep your toolbox, because it's, like, how you have to have it in the industry.
Mm-hmm.
So, when a student fuckles up, you get to destroy the toolbox. And so Cody's like, I got to wreck my first toolbox today. Watching the light leave their eyes was beautiful.
Shit. Okay, I found the picture.
He's not doing it to be an asshole. Like that happened to him, and that's what you have to do. They have to be particular about it. No, let me save the picture.
And I sent you a picture too.
Oh god. Oh my god. I love Shay and the kitty ears though.
Yeah, I was at my friend's wedding in Arizona. I was like, I'm gonna put on a little sombrero and wear the sombrero mustache glasses. I'm a real Mexican.
Oh my god.
Here, just in case you guys want to see it, what I'm gonna do, because you can't tell what I look like under that. Even though if they've seen your fucking vlog, they know what I look like anyway. But
I know, they would see what because you show up at the end when you're like,
yeah, real quick, like, ugh!
And bitch, you vlogged too, where is it?
Nowhere. So here you go, guys. I'm beautiful. I'm brown.
I love that your nose ring is popping out under it too.
I know, that's what I did it on purpose. Excuse me.
When you look like white trash, but you're really Hispanic. Oh, double sombrero.
You're not a true Mexican without double sombreros. Oh my god.
That's right. Brie know where the brie.
Pasta, I'm sexy. No one can beat me with my double sombrero. That was a time.
We were gonna have a photo booth at the wedding, and then it didn't end up happening because it would have been like an extra $2,000. And we're like, oh, that's not worth it.
Yeah, it's really expensive.
Double rainbow all the way. Wait. Double rainbow all the way is extra gay.
Shit.
Attract him then? What? Oh, so that's what a fake Mexican means. When you don't have enough sombreros and mustaches. Oh my god. Out of context, this is gonna sound so fucking racist.
Shit. Yeah, it is. Y'all haters come at me. I'm ready for y'all.
Let's see. Oh, that's one I'm not gonna afford that. Fuck.
Alright.
Oh, that was $10,000. Ooh.
4.
Oh, sorry. I'm playing Dragon Veil.
Oh.
I'm trying to breed special dragons, and like I have fuck tons of gold because I kind of broke the game.
Fuck.
Okay, so when I started, they gave me like a super rare dragon to start off with, so I was able to breed that super rare dragon with another rare. They give you like the chance to do that, and it got the same dragon. So I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna sell it. So I started off the game with like coin.
God.
So I'm sitting here just like,
Buys
yeah,
everything.
pretty much. And so then I've been breeding like crazy, and I get like really rare dragons, and when I have them, I'm fucking, I'm gonna sell it.
Yep.
But I messed up. I didn't want that to happen this time, because I had 100 million, and now I'm at 11 million, and I'm like, oh no. I still have a fuck ton of money though in the game. And no, I didn't spend any money on this because I can't. I'm not one of those people. I can't spend money on an app game.
Nope.
I will buy an app if it's a tool. Like I bought Handy, and that's a really good tool. It was also $1. So, you want a good hand reference app? Look up Handy, and it's $1 in the App Store. This is not sponsored. I use it all the fucking time to dry hands. I suck at drawing hands.
Alright. There's something I was gonna look for real quick, just because I'm getting distracted.
Is Pasta gonna get a shirt with the thing she is too? I told you about that, right? How I want to get a people say I am. So I'm like, yeah, I'm transphobic. I'm racist. I'm sexist. I'm what was the other one? People said that because I talk about Jew stuff and I'm not a Jew, even though I was raised by Jews. I apparently hate them now, and I'm like, okay, so I'm anti-Semitic.
Well, I haven't had any hate yet, but it's coming. Eventually, I'll see it somewhere. I know I was talking to some people that were in my stream a couple days ago. Yeah. And I was like, I'm too old to care.
No, that's me. Like I don't. I think it's like I was telling you earlier. When I'm like, when you have to go for the lowest hanging fruit, you don't have enough. And I'm sitting here like, I mean, you can have a bad opinion on somebody. That's fine. There are some artists I've said that I personally I think are disgusting. But am I gonna out them or go to other people who like them and be like, hey, this person's a piece of trash? No. I'm just like, okay, that's how I feel. I'm not gonna if other people enjoy them, then why am I gonna take that away from them?
Yeah. If other people are going to be blind and not see their actual problems, because some people are problematic.
Okay, I got a key. Let me get a Kylo's piece. Give me that Kylo's piece. Yeah! Sorry.
You are fine.
I want my stupid Kylo's dragon like so fucking much. The art community needs a little help. See, my only issue with the art community on YouTube is that like let's pull up some tea.
Fuck, here we go.
So many of the really, really, really popular art are very clearly hobbyists, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with being a hobbyist. But many of them openly admit their job isn't YouTube or their job is art, and there's nothing wrong with that. But then when you go to people who art is their job, art is how they pay their bills, they draw all the time, and then you're like, why aren't you more like so-and-so? It's like, well, so-and-so isn't a professional artist in that sense, and you shouldn't compare apples to oranges.
Yeah, right.
It's like saying, like, I love that amazing DIYer. She's great.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't really do tutorials and DIY stuff on my channel.
Nope.
I just, that's how I feel. I feel like we need to stop getting the bubble of stereotypes and be like, oh, if you want to be an artist YouTuber, you need that goddamn ukulele music. You need to have a cute aesthetic. You need to have a really bubbly voice and personality. And you can't talk about anything that's even slightly opinionated. Like, I looked back at some of the other artists I used to watch, sitting here like, this is boring.
Shit.
I'm like, why did I like this? Like, the art's still good, but I'm like, listening to what you say is really boring to me. Not that it's a bad thing, just for me, it's boring. Other people like it. So now I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna mute your video when it comes out, speed it up by 2, and watch the speed bang.
Shit.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
Why don't apples come in slices and easily peeled? But that's just it. I feel like it's kind of like comparing all Let's Players to the same thing. Like, there are a lot of Let's Players who are vastly different in personality and just style that we shouldn't be like, oh, every Let's Player needs to be like Mark and Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
What's like PewDiePie, he used to be a Let's Player and now he's just PewDiePie, and that's great.
Who sometimes plays games.
Yeah, he does still play games sometimes, but like that's not his main thing anymore.
Nope.
And that's fine. But Pewds doesn't call himself, yeah, I'm a professional kind of thing,
Yep.
I want more art YouTubers that draw men, please. I agree, as I need to draw more men.
Leave me alone.
Hey, you've got your trash son now.
My one. Which, if any of y'all missed last week's stream, you should go watch it after this.
Skip to about I
think it's about an hour. Yeah.
It's actually almost 2 hours in, because we're still talking about it when you were drawing it. And then we got into the character development. So right around 2 hours is when we everything just spirals.
Yeah, about an hour in is when you and I agreed to do the D&D as the collab.
Yeah. And then you're doing Don't Talk to Me and My Shit Son Ever Again with Morgan.
Yes.
Did you send him the sketch yet?
No.
Brie!
I just haven't.
You have to. He'll get it done really fast.
I know. Okay, hold on. I'll do it after this.
Go send him the sketch. No, I completely agree, Gunmoon. And that's why, like, I want to do that hashtag that Anna and Flan did, where it's like, draw more dudes. Because it is something I agree with. And I feel like we really need more diverse body types in art, too.
Shh.
What?
No, me. Don't call me out like this.
I'm not calling you out.
No, I know. I'm kidding.
I know. You're only half kidding, though. You're like, oh, fuck.
I mean, yes and no. I'm getting better at it, but I'll work on it on my own time.
Well, yeah.
It doesn't help. Pasta.
Mm-hmm. Like, I feel bad. A lot of my videos are chicks. And it's not that I don't draw dudes. I don't get commissioned to draw them a lot. So I'm sitting here like, oh, I'll have to save my men from my boys and my character bios.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is something I agree with. I wish people would draw more dudes. I wish people would draw more diverse characters. I'm not saying people have to be as crass as Holly, but I feel like, and this is where the tea's gonna come in, they shouldn't be so fake. I'm not saying all of them are, but I followed a few artists on Twitter, and their personalities on Twitter are nothing like their videos.
Shit.
And, like, I see this, and then I'm like, oh, so you being fake. I'm not saying you can't be happy and be like that, but it's like 99% of the time on Twitter, you're a bitch. And then in your videos, you're like, oh my god, hi guys. How you doing? Let's all spread love and positivity. And then on Twitter, you're like, some bitch stole my style and I fucking hate it and you all need to act. Whoa!
This would be me. Be kind to one another, everybody. And then it's like, this motherfucker. Oh my god, so for those of you that know Jo, she's watching, or Jo. So last night we told her that she needed to watch Violet Evergarden. And she's like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to cry. And I was like, bitch, you need to watch it.
Wait, you need to watch what? You cut out when you said need to watch, and then you're like, and all.
Okay, Violet Evergarden.
Oh, I hear that one's really depressing.
It's nice, but also, like, it's really beautiful and, like, oh, my heart.
So I was right. It is really depressing.
I don't want to say depressing. But there are some episodes that are, but then it's others that are like, oh no, like my heart, it's so sweet. So she's watching it, and every minute it's like, I hate this.
I'm sorry, pastel drawing men, only magical.
Ooh, I gotta find this. Only magical Neko girls.
Yeah, and then Gunman was like, Pastel is contractually obligated to draw Neko girl.
Oh, okay. Well, I get a pass. Hell yeah.
I have so much anime I need to watch, okay? Cody started watching Goblin Slayer, and I've been poking at that. I'm like, that seems pretty interesting. You know, besides the big thing that happens at the very beginning.
Yeah, that's why Shay won't watch it or read it.
Because like Cody, no, like Cody's like, oh, you should watch Goblin Slayer. I'm like, isn't that the one with? He's like, yeah, but when you get past that, it's fine. I'm like,
It's like that's the whole reason why I won't watch American Horror Story. That's the whole reason why I really didn't want to watch Game of Thrones.
yeah.
It's like I ain't about that.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Mortal Engines. Cody really, really, really wants to see it.
Yee. I feel like my brush got thinner, but that's okay.
Fuck.
But I think it's only set at 10 anyway, so.
Oh, she's so pretty and poof.
I'm glad you like it so far.
I'm sure the commissioner's gonna die. She's gonna die.
I'm ready. I'm ready for her to die.
Have you guys? Oh yeah.
I'm ready to eat that soul.
Scrub. Ugh. Wait, when the hell did Holly change her fucking icon? What? What is that? What is that?
Hold on, let me see. Oh!
I'm so confused.
I feel like she said she was gonna change her icon to something.
I know, but I don't.
But I don't know what that is. Because that is not what she said she was gonna change it to.
Yeah, I thought she was gonna change to the other thing. Shit. Oh no, I gotta race again. Fuck, I forgot I was gonna pick that with my shit. Okay, where is... Gotta do that race.
Yee.
See if I can get that other Kylo's piece.
Get it, Mitchie, get it.
Of the tree. The fuck no, I gotta beat this kangaroo looking motherfucker. No.
God damn it.
Yeah, I beat him. Okay, hold on.
That was fast.
Have you heard the races are just a tapping game, it's really easy. Kylo's piece? Oh, just coin. Oh, cheated on me! Okay. Have either of you heard of The Darkest Part of the Forest? I searched for a copy for years and found one today. I'm so happy. I've heard of The Darkest Part of the Forest, but I have not read it. Like, I've heard of it. I hear it's a really good book if you can find it. That's it. I've heard it's really hard to find.
That's interesting.
I mean, you can probably find it on Amazon, but, like, actually, like, finding it, like, in a bookstore or in a library is pretty hard. It's so good. Oh, someone already drew me with my red hair.
Yay! I did it first. Well, maybe not.
I mean, in a way you did with the cat.
Yeah. Okay, I did not do this right. Looks weird. I hate it. Round 2.
I'm still really happy though for my one of my few male pictures is that like if you look up like Vo Ganondorf, my picture shows up as one of the first ones. I'm like, I made it on Google.
Shit.
And it's not stolen. Oh, someone drew a really cute tattoo. Oh, I can't handle all this love and feelings.
Shit. Gross love and feelings.
Oh wait, what? Someone put false claims on Otaku Sense?
Huh? Oh,
I'm checking Instagram.
Yeah.
Why?
Copyright stuff.
But she commissions artists.
Because she didn't rename it on Etsy. She got a cease and desist.
That's so stupid.
It happens, especially like if it's anything Funimation and whatnot. If they search Etsy for like Dragon Ball, you shouldn't have anything pop up as Dragon Ball, especially if it's fan art. They'll ding it. because you took the name.
But then how are you supposed to sell fan art on Etsy?
Any other means like Facebook and Instagram, or play on words.
But I thought yours were called like the thing, weren't they?
Nope.
Really?
Yep. Maybe Doki Doki Literature Club is the only thing I had because they say it's okay. Because it's not a big business either. But like...
Oh, that's so stupid. Ticktail, why did you have to...
So like all mine is like Chibi Magus Bride. Black Rock Shooter's fine because they don't have an IP here. Chibi Pretty Soldiers. Chibi Dragon Maid.
Fuck me.
Monica Magica doesn't have an IP.
That's so stupid. I had no idea.
With Overwatch, I didn't do Overwatch. I did Chibi Watch.
Oh my god.
Chibi Wow Wives Charms. Phoenix Rebirth of Chisei. Stuff like that. Blizzard, with my Sylvanas, I did do Banshee Queen, so I don't think I'll get pinged for that one. I haven't yet, but...
Just so stupid, though. I hate it.
And don't tag them either.
Yeah, I'm checking my tags on the couple things I have. One of them's 100% original, but my Starbucks siren, I named it Coffee Siren. See if I have it like Starbucks in the tag or something. I do. Fuck. Okay, how do I change? How do I edit it?
I don't know.
You Etsy, I don't.
I think you're okay with Starbucks because they aren't like, they're not the fan made people's like companies.
Yeah.
So I don't think they're really going to be looking on Etsy to take it
Okay,
down.
well I can hope.
But it's stuff like Funimation, whatever fucking other ones are out. That Viz Media.
So it's more anime.
Yeah.
That's dumb.
Nintendo might. I'm not sure. Obviously, Disney will.
Oh, well, yeah, I know Disney's an asshole about it.
Yeah, so.
Fuck, how am I gonna do my Pokemon charms then? Well, I didn't name it.
I don't know.
Oh.
But, I mean, since you do have a following, I think you'll be okay. Because at least you can, you know, advertise it on your...
Yeah, this is true.
Your YouTube and stuff.
Yeah.
But there is a lot of just Pokemon stuff that is on Etsy, so I think you'll be okay.
I wonder if there's Castlevania stuff or if that counts.
I don't know.
Let's see. Oh, well, a fuck ton of shit's popping up for Castlevania, so I think I'm okay there.
Yeah.
There's an Alucard booby mouse pad! Fuck, I actually really want this!
Binks has green eyes, right?
I think he's got, like, golden, actually. I don't think he has green eyes. Hold on. Binky boy! Bink, are you at the door?
He's like, what, mother?
You're not at the door. Oh, there you are. Come here, Bink. Bink, no. Bink, let me see your eyes. Okay. So his eyes are a weird fusion of gold and... Like, they're not gold, but they're not green.
Baby.
Did you see the baby mouse pad?
Oh, no, sorry, drawing.
I think it's great.
Oh, look at the pecs.
Right? Oh, Armani's like, just call them pocket monsters.
Yeah, there you go.
There we go, okay.
Because, I mean, technically that's what it's short for, is pocket monsters.
Yeah.
Pokemon.
And I'm seeing a lot of people have Castlevania stuff, so I should be okay then if I just like, literally put
Oh, yeah, no,
Castlevania
you should be fine with, I think.
There's so many cute charms of my boys.
Oh, I don't want to do this.
I don't want to do what? All of the ruffle.
the tassels.
Yeah.
This is okay. This is fine. I'll just do it the fast way, sort of.
What's the fast way?
Blocking them out.
Oh, I love doing that. It's so nice. Make your shop shine. No, I don't care. Etsy. Stop it.
Like,
God, Ticktail was so easy. Why'd you have to sell out, Ticktail? I'm still salty about that. Like, I can't get my fucking username either.
God, that sucks.
Ugh. And it's by some dead account. Like, it's not even being used. Something like last logged in 3 years ago, and I'm like, oh, wonderful. Ugh. Why? Well, at least thanks for telling me about the whole cease and desist that I know about Etsy. I'll have to just do that then.
Yeah,
where
it's just some things. If you're not sure, just ask me and I know
where to look sorry. Okay. Oh, so this is random, but did you hear that Nintendo, starting next year, is finally removing their ban on Nintendoized games on YouTube?
Yep.
I'm happy, but I'm also like a little too late, Nintendo. And this is
Yep.
But I feel really bad because there was this one Let's Play couple that I used to all the time, and they were like known for Nintendo games, and they were a Nintendo partner. And then Nintendo this year was like, "Oh yeah, no, you can't make videos on literally any of these games." And they're like, "These are all games we've played, so now it's kind of hard." And like they made a post where when that came out, people were like, "You can do Nintendo games again." They're like, "We literally spent this entire year trying to rebrand ourselves away from Nintendo."
God. Yeah, like my friend's husband, he plays like right now he's fucking streaming Pokemon. Or not, I mean, not right now at this very second, but
oh you're allowed to stream them and not be a partner, but you can't
just make videos. Okay.
Yeah, you can't make videos on it.
Oh, okay.
And if you did, here's the BS part. If you did make a video, it would automatically be demonetized, or you would have to be a part of the Nintendo Partners Program, where Nintendo would get, I believe it was 70% of the revenue from it, and then they would pay you the rest of it. So yeah, whenever you watch those Nintendo Let's Plays, and they have ads on them, you're knowing that the creator is literally getting
nothing.
30% of the revenue, pretty much.
God.
And then Nintendo's like, yeah, we're going to stop that. And I'm like, you probably should have a while ago. And this from a I'm a Nintendo fan. I think that's BS.
I mean, a lot of people would think it's BS.
Yeah. Especially when it's like, a lot of other companies are like, you want to stream and advertise our game? Go.
Right?
Yeah, it was Joltoid. Yeah, I love Joltoid. Like, they are the only couple I have openly admitted that I've watched that I'm like, wow, these are crass than me. I don't normally say that, but I'm like, they are very crass. It's not a bad thing, just be prepared. If my cursing bothers you, don't watch them. Well, I hope that Otaku-sense gets her like everything back though, because I think that's really dumb.
Yeah, like her whole Etsy got taken down. So.
Wait, really?
Yep.
I didn't know the whole thing was taken down.
Yep, her whole Etsy got taken down.
Wait, how the hell is she making money?
I mean, she still has a website.
Oh, so she can sell them through her website.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's good at least, but still.
Yeah, she's like, damn it! Just when I just made like I don't know, like 100, 200 or something sales, something like that. Like, she made a lot of sales on Etsy, and then she's like, fucking got taken down. By somebody that wasn't even from Viz Media or something. They just claimed to be.
I hate that.
It's like some P.O. box person from, like in Dallas or something. That's like third party person.
Yeah, so it's either someone who jelly or just an asshole, because I've seen both.
Probably jelly.
Because, well, I have seen people who are just assholes. Like, okay, so my parents, they sell houses. And not flippers, like my parents are real estate agents. And my mom would tell me how she's like, I refuse to sell houses in HOAs now because they'll like be really snide and really snide and douchey about it as a power trip because clearly they must have like a very this sounds like really like I'm really overanalyzing this, but from everything I know, they're always older, retired people who have like nothing else better to do, and probably when they were working weren't higher up, so that they're in an HOA, they like feel like they're like tough shit. And so they love to tell people when they get HOAs, like after shit's been done, just to watch them suffer. So like my mom once had, and this happened in a freaking one of those flipping house shows. My mom once sold a house, and the couple really liked her, so they kept in contact. Like right after they bought the house, it was like couple's first house. They painted the house the color they wanted, right. and it wasn't like a godly bright color you see some houses. Like it was a normal house color. But they called my mom being like, you didn't tell us this was a part of an HOA. And my mom was like, they didn't tell me it was a part of an HOA. What happened? And because the HOA has to tell people when it's in an HOA environment. Mm-hmm. And they didn't tell my mom that, so it wasn't my mom's fault. But she gets there, and their house was 2 pixels of a shade lighter than the rest of the houses on the neighborhood, and they got a $2,000 fine.
Oh.
Yeah. And they're like, you have to repaint your entire house by the end of the fine goes through.
Good God.
And it's like, my mom tried talking to the person. She's like, well, let's just talk about this, because my mom's a very nice. Right. And I remember my mom came home that day, and she's like, I cannot believe some people. Ugh. And she told me, I was like, what happened? She's like, this guy wouldn't budge. And he was being a real snide asshole about it. To where my mom was like, I bet he was one of those people that never got the promotion he always wanted. So now that he's head of the HOA, he thinks that he's like the CEO of the neighborhood. Because he kept telling my mom apparently how he speed dial.
Say that last part again.
He had the cops like personal number on speed dial.
Fuck. Ooh,
so like
good for you. Called them.
Yeah. So he's like one of those people that's like, oh, they have an above ground sprinkler. Call the police department. Have them go bring like these freaking people attention. Shit. And I'm just like, ugh. 2 pixels? Are you serious? Yeah, because I actually scanned it in my computer to test it. It is 2 pixels. It was 2 pixels lighter, like on a color chart. Than the like chip,
and I'm like 2 shades lighter, or not even shades, but like
like not And I was like, are you fucking serious? But because it wasn't the HOA required paint, this people who just bought a house and just painted their house, which by the way, painting a house is pretty fucking expensive, they have to immediately repaint it or pay $1,000 fine.
God. And then repaint it anyway.
Exactly. But then, like, I was watching a house flipping show, and the same thing happened in the house flipping show. It was a fucking retired old guy, and like they had just finished repainting this really pretty modern house, and then this guy he comes swaggering up and is like, "This isn't one of the 3 HOA responded colors. You have to change it." And they're like, "Why are you telling us this now when we've been painting the house for hours all day?
Right?
You tell us the second we're done." And he's like, yeah, and my face can't be on camera, but you need to change this or else we'll get the cops involved. And I'm like, oh my God, like, why does it matter? I don't understand people.
I don't fucking understand people either. This is why I will just throw up on somebody. Just, oops, I'm sorry. Projectile vomit. It's like, sorry, I can't stand bullshit.
I just, it's not that I don't understand bullshit. I don't understand when people can't fucking logic. Yeah, well, like, okay, if you're in an HOA, that means that, like, when you're in an HOA, you have to go to stupid HOA meetings that they make kind of fucking mandatory. So that would be when you're like, hey, I'm going to paint my house. And then it's at that meeting that the HOA should be like, oh, well, you can only paint it one of these 3 colors. And then the person could be like, oh, okay, never mind, I won't paint my house. Or, oh, okay, what are the 3 colors? Not, oh, I see you painted your house without letting me know about your personal life. When, you know,
yep.
I could have brought it up during the HOA meeting, but I just didn't. Sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit. Oh, my speed.
Yes, no, none of that. Not allowed.
Well, see, here's the BS about an HOA. It's not the HOA billing them, it's the police department.
Shit.
And legally, they can do that. I don't understand why. It does not make any logical sense to me. I feel like if I buy a house, it's my house.
Right?
If I want to have a truck rot in front of it, I should be allowed to. I think it's tacky, but if it's my property and my house, I feel like you should be allowed to do that. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yes, and also kind of like, I guess they have it so that their neighborhoods don't get that way because it looks too, in quotes, and I don't mean it in this way, ghetto, because
yeah.
I hate saying that.
No, I get it.
That's what a lot of people would say that it is.
Oh yeah. But the thing is, like, okay, so the reasoning behind it, because this makes no sense, because, like, as you guys, you guys should have known, a few years ago, California was in, like, this huge water shortage,
Yeah.
where by law, you were getting fined if you used too much water.
Yep.
Well, the HOAs were like, no, it doesn't matter, you still have to keep your lawns green, because that's the HOA you signed by buying a house in this HOA neighborhood, which is why, by law, they're supposed to fucking tell the real estate agent, by the by,
yep.
you know? And so when that drought was happening, people were like, okay, which fine is worse? My mom literally had people calling her like, which fine is worse, the HOA fine or the California fine? Because they had to pick.
Yeah.
Because either way, they were getting fined. It was you were getting fined by using too much water, or you're getting fined by the HOA for not watering your grass. God. And like, I don't know. I think that's dumb. Because especially people think that HOAs are in really rich neighborhoods, and they're not. They're in every kind of neighborhood.
Yeah. Not
every neighborhood's an HOA, but like, Cody and I were in this area that was... It looked pretty good. I know. The word's terrible, but there's no other way really to describe it. So
it just looked bad. It didn't look.
It looked bad. You're right. It looked very, very
run down.
Yes. Very, very not safe to walk at night, I'll just say. And so we were looking at it, and we were looking at the prices, and we're like, yeah, this isn't worth it. And then on top of that, we saw like, and it's an HOA? This is just a triple whammy. Oh, hell no.
Yeah, right.
What's an HOA? Homeowners Association.
Yeet.
And it's not a California thing. HOAs are everywhere.
Yep.
They're in every
state. Parents, or not my parents, my mom, their house is under one, so.
I don't know. I think saying it's urban is also sounding bad. The mirror, yeah, that's the one thing Cody said. Cody's like, if we ever buy a house, it's never going to be in an HOA. And I'm like, no, I completely agree. Because again, I feel like if this is your house, and especially for some people, like this could be your forever house, you should be able to do whatever the fuck you want to. It's kind of the point of buying a house over renting an apartment.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like when you're in an HOA, it's like you're just renting a house at that point because because HOAs literally go through and they measure your grass. If your grass is too high, you have to get it clipped or it be fined. Same if your grass is too short, it has to be a certain color. If you want lawn furniture, it has to go through an HOA because, how do I describe it? They want HOA neighborhoods to look a certain way. And I'm not even saying in the like rich white people sense. Like they're like, we want all of our houses to look uniform
Yep.
because then it keeps the property value up. But I'm sitting here like, yeah, the property value's up, but who's gonna want to buy a house in an HOA?
Yeah, right. Sometimes they're not terrible. I don't think
This is true. No, this is true. This is very true. Not all of them are bad. Some of them are really good and helpful, but most of them are bad.
Yeah, because I don't think the one that my parents live in are terrible. I've never heard her complain about it unless just when they were trying to build a shed, it had to be a certain feet away from the fence, which makes sense because they don't want like stuff to get between the shed and the fence and it start rotting. But that's the only time that I heard her complain about it.
Yeah. But no, Brie is right. They're not all bad. It's just one of those, most of them are.
Yeah. A lot of them are. Enough.
Because, yeah, and again, it's usually from people who, like, never had power in their, like, personal life. So they're like, oh, now I can be the asshole that was an asshole to me. And it's like, but shouldn't you just, prove by not being an asshole who another person is?
Right? It's like, these people they just want to live in a house.
Yeah. Pastel Monster, my aunt couldn't change her roof because they want specific color and style.
Yeah.
So now she has missing roof tiles she can't replace.
No.
See, that's what I'm saying about dumb shit. It's like, that doesn't make sense.
Just let me have a fucking pink roof if I want it.
Right? I mean, between you and me, I want one of those, like, really pretty, like, goth Victorian styled houses.
Me in the
where,
forest.
like, it's, yeah, in the forest with those, like, really nice porches, and I want a stone walkway.
Yes! Yeah, some of the houses here, and I'm so mad about it, because every time we drive by, it's like, oh, look, it's my house!
Oh, you cut out hardcore. All I heard was, and then laughing.
Oh, every time we drive by, like, anywhere here, they're the houses that I want. And it's like, oh, right? There's my house! Every time.
Honestly, okay. That was Cody and I when we were in North Carolina. We love North Carolina. It was just so green and pretty, and the people were genuinely nice.
Yeah, everybody here is so nice. Like, when I went to the U-Haul, and the lady was like, you're so cute and so bubbly, you'll fit right in. I was like, oh my heart. It was like, welcome to, I'm not saying where I live, you guys.
Yeah.
But the way I said it, she really liked the way I said it. She's like, it sounds like the people that live here. That's really cute. I was like, oh, because she's never heard it pronounced in that way before. I was like, I don't know. I guess because I took Japanese, that's just the way I pronounce things.
Oh, thank you for the fan art. I'll check it out in a bit.
Fan art.
What was I gonna say? Fuck. But yeah, like my friend's mom is the head of an HOA of their condominium, and because it's a really big condo complex, and she's trying to fix it so they're not douchey.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was trying to get on the board for forever, and they wouldn't let her on. And we all had this conspiracy. They were like, "Oh, it's because you actually want to make an HOA like good."
Probably.
Yeah, and now that she's on it, like so much shit's fixed now, and people are actually doing their damn jobs.
Yay! As it should.
Exactly.
Okay, I need to move her over. Ooh, there we go. She's almost done.
If you had the money, would you leave California? Yeah. Honestly, Cody and I, we were gonna leave California. Cody was looking for jobs in other states, but this job came up, and so here's the thing. I've lived here my whole life, and once I actually got to travel and see what other states were like, because I'm not gonna lie, growing up, being born and raised in the Inland Empire, specifically the Inland Empire of California, and that's how do I describe the Inland Empire to people who don't know what it is? Okay, so the Inland Empire is the like hot zone where everyone wants to live because you're 40 minutes away from all the cool stuff except for not civilization, except for like green and forest and life.
Mm-hmm.
So you're like 30 to 40 minutes away from LA, any beach, Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, Six Flags. You're like from like movie theaters, game show, like everything, Hollywood, LA. You're all in that little
I would
30 to
hate to live
40
there.
little 30 to 40 minute bubble. Oh, I hated it too. So I thought like the whole world, I'm not gonna lie, was like living in the Inland Empire, because the Inland Empire is huge.
Right.
And so then when I actually got to like travel and see what other states were like, I was like, why the hell do people want to live here? Because California is only a good state if you make fuck tons of money. Yep. I'm gonna be real. I won't say how much Cody makes, Brie knows and stuff, but with what Cody makes, we're still technically in the poverty line in California standards. With what he makes, we can buy a house in Texas.
Yep.
Like literally buy a house. That's ours.
Yep.
But in California, we can afford a one bedroom apartment.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You could probably sort of buy a house here, but also just don't be in Seattle.
Oh yeah, well yeah, don't be in Seattle. Any big cities like California now. Any big cities like LA.
Gunmoon was like Seattle's like that too. Just
yeah,
the further away you are.
Yeah, no, pretty much all of the big cities are like LA. Like they're all the same. Every big city I've been to, I'm like, fuck, I'm in.
Yep.
But then
Dallas.
you live that big city, and you're like, oh, this is what normal people are like.
Yep. Well, even where I lived, even though it was a suburb of Dallas, I want to say it was even like a suburb of a suburb, but no, that's where my parents live. It was a suburb of Dallas. It was about half an hour away, but the houses there were getting expensive. They were already kind of expensive, but then they were starting to get to $300,000. So I was like, oh, the rent for some of the houses were $1,500 plus. Like, oh. I mean, I know that's cheap. I mean, that's cheaper than California. But
yeah, it's cheaper than California, but for exactly. No, I get it. And they're like, that's less than my rent now for a house.
I know.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, I don't know. That's why I get mad when I see really big YouTubers and just socialites and stuff be like, it's so easy to live in California. I'm like, bitch, that's a $5,000 a month apartment.
Right. I think, say I do get a little, if I do make it on YouTube or as an artist or something, I think I'd like to stay in this small town. I really think so.
No, I honestly, I feel the same way. Like, that's something Cody and I have always, our kind of like our plan is that Cody's going to get enough repertoire with his job to where he can transfer to another state.
Nice.
But he just started this job, so it's going to be a couple of years.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, we're fine waiting. We're not even 30. Like I said, I turned 26. And like, kids aren't even a thought until I'm 35.
Yep. Where it's even worse to try to have a kid the older you are.
Actually, not really, because my mom had my mom had.
I guess for some people.
Oh yeah, for some people. I should say what gives me hope is my family's genetics.
That's good.
Because my mom was 43 or 45, I forget. And she was able to run a mile the day my brother Brandon was born. So she was 9 months pregnant, running a mile.
It's dark in here.
In the 40, when she was in her 40s, and my brother's 5.
Nice. I was like, damn, it's dark in here. What time is it? Oh, it's only 3.
Yeah, it's the sun's going down.
It's going down, but it's also super cloudy here because it's been raining.
Oh, it's been raining here too. I know, I love it. But honestly, that is something that Cody and I we both talked about, because something Cody really wants. Well, one big thing that's gonna kind of suck is Cody's grandparents' house, the house we were house sitting in. Mm-hmm. When Cody's grandparents eventually do pass, Cody gets that house and the property.
Oh.
But the thing is, Cody doesn't want to live there, but he wants to keep the house protected.
Right.
Because the house meant a lot to him as a kid. Like that was one of the few like
Nice.
Without getting too much into it, it was one of the few like safe zones for him.
Yeah.
You know, if you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So he's like, I could never live there because I wouldn't want to remodel it, and the house is good for like two people or retired people.
Right.
But it's
With
like
not a
not
lot of
for
stuff.
yeah, but like not for friends, not for even decent sized families. And we do want two kids someday. But again, it's one of those like when we can afford to have kids
Yeah.
kind of thing. Which I know people are going to argue you can never afford to have kids, but I'm like, no, you're right. But you know what I can be? I can be like, huh, I can afford food, one extra mouth, and my rent, and not lose my living. I think that's affording a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, like right now, I am not mentally prepared to take care of a child.
Yeah, same. I'm also not mentally prepared to be a mom.
Hell no.
I'm gonna be honest. I love kids and I love taking care of people. But if I had a kid right now, I know I would be a terrible. I wholeheartedly know I would be a terrible mom.
I can barely even do the cat boxes every day for my cats.
Right? But yeah, so that would be our dream is we would move to another state. And what Cody wants to have someday is he wants to have a big property, which again, with what Cody makes in another state, we probably could afford in like 10, 20 years. Actually, yeah, no, I believe we would be able to do that, especially if I'm working the whole time too. Because I like work. That's another thing too. Some people like back to the artist YouTubers real quick. Real sidestep. A lot of them, and by the way, there's nothing wrong with this. I need to emphasize there is nothing wrong with what I'm about to say, but some people don't like hearing it. A lot of the artists on YouTube and a lot of the crafts people on YouTube usually kind of stop it once they have kids.
Shit. I'd be so sad.
Exactly. But a lot of them do that. And a lot of them tend to move to daily vlogging, which again, there's nothing wrong with. But I grew up with parents who worked from home because like I said, my parents are real estate agents. So like I have a job that works from home, so I could still work and take care of a kid.
Yep.
When I'm mentally prepared for that. But that's another thing is like I wouldn't be able to do conventions if I had a kid.
Some people do. They bring them with.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, I've never seen that.
Sometimes. Not all the time, but sometimes.
Well, I mean, if your kid can behave, I can see that.
Yeah.
Huh. I never want kids. Nothing against parents that just wait. I never want kids. Nothing against parents that just not what I want. I want to travel, and I would not stay in the same place too long. I'd never do that to a child. Yeah, that's fine. That's another thing. There's nothing wrong with couples who like don't have kids either. There was this there was this person on Twitter who I'm not gonna say who they are, but they're very nice. And what was happening was I made a tweet about how like for some reason since I got married, everyone and their mom is like, so when are you gonna have kids? And we're both like, we just moved out. Calm the hell down. And
babies.
I know you got married, so clearly that means that you're just a baby machine.
I hate that. It's like, excuse you, I have more worth than that.
But no, this really nice artist was like, I was getting the same thing until we found out that I was sterile, and so now me and my husband are just like, oh, okay, we're just not having kids. But she's like, my husband is constantly told me, I'm like, well, aren't you sad you can't have kids? And I'm like, some people just weren't meant to have kids. What the hell? Why are you sad for them or trying to make them feel sad about it? Like,
right? Why are you trying to make them feel bad about it?
Exactly.
It's like, what if they wanted kids? And then, you constantly bringing it up, being like, oh, it's so sad that you can't have kids. Yeah, no shit.
Might be sad for you.
Right? No, I'm just, like, meaning in the sense, like, what if they did and found out that, she's sterile or something like that.
Yeah.
Can't have kids, wanted kids, but it's like, oh, thanks, you keep bringing it up.
Yeah. I mean, that's one thing. I think I told you, like, my doctor openly told me if I wanted kids, I could never have a normal birth because of how my hips are.
Yay.
And so it's one of those, like, oh, okay. I'll just have a congratulations on scooping day banner. But, like, okay, this is terrible, but like I said, I'm a very twisted person, and Have you ever looked up C-section videos? They're fascinating.
Oh, they're amazing.
Because they just take your organs out and just plop them on a platter. I think it's fascinating.
Yeah, that's why it's like, oh, C-sections is terrible. They literally take everything out.
Yeah, that's why I'm like, happy scooping day.
God.
Scoop day, my love. Let's go. That's what I told, because that was something that was Cody was really funny about. He's like, that's a fucking thing? Yeah, it's a thing. And so I told Cody, because I guess in Cody's like family tradition, the dad always got to hold the baby first. But like the dad was right there. And so I'm like, Cody, you can still keep that tradition. You can scoop the baby out of me. He's like, no, I'll be behind. He's like, I'm gonna be behind the curtain with you. I'm gonna let the doctors do that.
God. Don't you want to touch my intestines?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, because I would. Like, if anybody wants me to be at their C-section and gives me permission to poke their organs, I would. It's really morbid.
If I have a baby Mitchie and I have to have a C-section, I will let you touch my liver.
Yay! I don't want to squeeze it. I just want to poke it.
Yeah, and if you could take a picture of it too, please.
Okay, right? No, because I told Anna, I'm like, hey, record it. She's like, I am not going to be there recording your C-section, Michelle.
I'll do it.
And I'm like, please, I want to see what it looks like with my organs on the table.
I'm gonna be like, I'll blur out your hoo-ha, but we're gonna show the guts.
That's what I'm saying. We'll blur out the one little naughty part. We're gonna show the nasties.
The actual nasties.
Yeah.
Oh. Grim Yee. It's not too bad.
What?
They said that must be some tedious work. I was like, if you're talking about what I'm working on, it's actually not too bad. I'm almost done. She's
enjoying it.
Oh yeah. And especially I've only been working on this for 2 hours. That's $25 an hour. Bitch.
I know, that's $25 an hour. Shit. It's gonna take me I could probably color this in 2 hours too.
Yep.
Man, I love these talking about organs and C-sections.
Welcome.
Welcome, friends.
So I just have one more hand to draw and lilies and I'm done.
And lilies, right?
Yep.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I think organs are fascinating. Like, no joke. I always said if anything ever happened to my arms where like I got like some kind of like disease where I couldn't draw anymore, but I could still function, I would wholeheartedly be a mortician.
Shit.
I took like some of the basic training for it in college. Because I'm like, oh, I could do that. So that's like my backup plan. A lot of people backup plans. I'm like, no, I'll be a mortician. Talking about C-sections and organs when I'm eating.
I mean, that's the best time to talk about them, though.
It is. Like, okay, I remember when I took my anatomy class for the first time, and we got to dissect a pig fetus.
Oh.
I remember being, like, fascinated by the fact that, like, the brain is the consistency of Jell-O.
It is. It's
and I remember,
so nasty and amazing.
I couldn't get over that because you know pigs are like the most organ-wise, they're the most genetically close to humans.
Right.
And so I remember when I just had the little tiny pig brain in my hand, I got to make it jiggle. I'm like, this could be a human brain. This is just how jiggly it is.
God.
What's a mortician? Oh, a mortician is someone who prepares bodies after they've died. So pretty much you make the bodies pretty for the funerals.
Yee.
And you embalm them too.
Yee.
It's not the same as a like a person who does autopsies. That's a different job, and you usually work in a hospital for that. Because autopsies are more along the lines of where you work with like the CIA and the police to like solve cases,
yep.
Or just mysteries of like people who died in weird ways. The funerary director and a mortician, like they're already dead. They know they're dead. You're just preparing it. What I do think is fascinating, especially like have you ever watched how they embalm someone? It's really cool.
Yeah, it's like, oh jeez.
I just woke up and I got the notification on my phone. Hi!
Good morning.
Oh yeah, no, I've already told people. I'm an organ donor, but it's not on my ID because if you have a rare, they won't save you. Um, Fun fact, yeah, if like you have really, really rare blood and you're an organ donor and it's one of those like 50-50, you might not make it, they're not going to save you because your organs can save more people.
Well, shit, I need to get that shit off my ID.
Yeah, that's no, because my friend, I actually had a couple of friends I had a friend who was a paramedic, and then my friend's friend was a paramedic, and they're like, yeah, if you're an organ donor, get that off your ID. Because if you have a rare blood type, they're gonna try not to save you in a life or death situation.
Good God. I don't have a rare blood type, it's just AB positive.
Yeah. So, and here's the thing, it's not a cruel intention thing, but if it's like 50-50, you're gonna make it, then they're like, oh, well, shit, if it's already 50-50, why would we waste the limited resources on a 50-50 chance when this body can probably save 20 people? It's one of those things.
At least there's a 50% chance. If it was like 20, 70, okay.
Yeah, if it's one of those like, you know, your arms and your legs are gone and you've been bleeding out for hours, it'd be like, okay, if it's at like 50-50 at the highest number.
Yeah.
So you have to be over 50% the ability to be saved for them to like actually try to save you.
Good Lord.
Yeah. But yeah, I have B, so I've got pretty normal blood. But yeah, so if you have that on your ID, take that off and just tell everyone you want to be an organ donor.
I think I told Shay that. He was like, what? No. I was like, what? Do you want to keep my liver and stuff in jars? He's like...
Well, because that's what I told Cody. I'm like, I want to be an organ donor, and I want to make sure to tell everybody that I want my organs under the age of 30, because I hate that a lot of people die when there are people in their 80s who are on their third or fourth donation because they're just first on the list. I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, no, that's not fair.
So that's why you need to tell people, I want to be an organ donor. I want them to be under the age of 30. And I want the rest of my body donated to science or cremated. Yep, Actually, no. I want to be cremated after they scoop all my organs out. Yeah. I don't want to be in a museum somewhere.
Fuck. Okay, time for lilies.
Oh, just tag me on social media somewhere so I can see it.
Lily flowers.
I find it funny that blood banks call people a lot after they donate blood like needy vampires.
Fuck.
The organs thing reminds me of watching a gecko eating its own shedded skin. Some kid thought it was weird. I'm here finding it fascinating. That is fascinating. They eat their own skin? Mm-hmm. Sorry, me.
You're good. Alright, let's get some shitty ass flowers drawn here and then I'll make a video. I'm so bad at drawing flowers. Oh God. Sounds like people are dying next door.
Oh jeez. I'm so ready for barbecue. So we're getting barbecue for tonight.
Barbecue?
Yeah. I really wanted a hibachi grill, but like no one else wanted it, and I was like, oh, okay. Barbecue's still good.
K barbecue would be better.
Oh, that would be good. I don't know any of those. I don't know any of those around here though.
Just look up K barbecue and see what pops up. That's what I usually do.
Let me see. Hold on.
I need to check.
Oh, there's a couple places. Yee. And they're all closed today. Wonderful.
Yay.
Thanks, Bree.
Why are they closed today?
I don't know, but all of them were closed.
Oh, maybe because they don't open till like 5 o'clock.
Oh, that would make sense.
Some open kind of late because they stay open late. Only some. I don't know.
Holly, what?
It you.
It is her. I only donate blood at hospitals ever since when I donated blood before for Life. I think it was like not LifeLink. It's one of the ones that like they set up at your school.
Yeah.
Yeah. After the fact that one of them gave me a staph infection, I'm never doing that again.
Ooh, what the fuck?
Oh, I never told you the magical story of how I almost died. Okay, story
time. Everybody get some drinkies.
Time for that clickbaity title of when donating blood almost killed me.
Shit.
Get all the views. All right, so I actually didn't want to make this a story time on my channel because I don't want to scare people away from donating blood. Just donate blood at a hospital. Like, go to a hospital and say, I want to donate blood instead of going through those organizations. So I remember the first time I donated blood was because Anna told me I should. I was actually scared of needles and I didn't see the point. But Anna and I had started becoming online friends, and she's like, no, you should donate blood. I used to do it all the time. So I donated blood my first year, and it went great. Everything was great. And so I donated my second year. Everything went great. Donated my third year. And when I was done, when the lady, first of all, the lady was trying to find my veins. I've always had baby veins.
Mm-hmm.
And I told them that. I'm like, oh, you need the really special one. I have really tiny veins. And so she was having an issue finding my vein, which I remember was weird for a first time because
Fuck.
Thanks! God damn it! Ah!
Bink says no story time.
Yeah, no. It's 3 o'clock. You don't eat yet. You eat at 6. He's just sitting there, staring at me, wagging his tail and looking at his food bowl. You're not going to be like Bo Nugget. I'm not letting you eat 4 things of cat food a day. Fuck. Because the yaka. I don't do it on purpose. That's just an involuntary noise. Shit. Okay, so, fuck, where was I? All right, so when I was all done, you know, I sat up and I said, oh, this is weird. And she's like, what? And I'm like, oh, I feel like my leg fell asleep. Like my whole leg fell asleep on the side they took the blood from. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, hold on, stay right there. Don't move. And I was like, what? Like I felt fine besides the staticky feeling in my leg.
Right.
So she comes back and she ends up, was it my arm? It was either my arm or my leg. I can't remember, but I remember. And she comes back with another person, and she's like, please repeat to them what you said. And I repeated. And they were like, oh, okay, you need to sit up straight and clench your hands, like make fists and unball them. And then they gave me some orange juice, and she's like, tell us when the tingling stops. And so I did. And then they were like, oh, okay, how do you feel? I'm like, I feel fine. I did. I felt fine. I didn't feel dizzy. The tingling went away. It was all. So I got my OJ and my cookies, and I pulled my shirt down, my sleeve back down, and I walked to go back to class. Next thing I know, my face hurts and I'm in a wheelchair, and I'm going the opposite way. I literally don't know what happened from the period of going down the hallway to go to my computer class to waking up in a wheelchair with my face hurting and going the opposite direction. So, from what my friends said, I just passed out. Like I full on blacked out, and my head hit the hard ground.
Oh no!
So then they had to take me to the hospital. So my parents picked me up because the school didn't take me to the hospital. The school took me to the nurse's office. My parents took me to the hospital, and so what had happened was the nurse stabbed through my vein and took all of the blood out of my muscle.
Oh.
Which, and it didn't hurt. I didn't feel anything. So, because the needle was so small, because she had to use the baby needle.
Right.
But because it pierced through the vein and my muscle, I got a staph infection. Because the blood in my vein was like the vein wasn't healing. You're supposed to just poke the vein.
Right.
So because she went through, my blood was pouring into my arm.
No.
Yeah, and I got extremely sick. And man, your story times are like tell-all novels. Like I said, I have either the best luck or the worst luck, and I hate it. And then my mom was freaking out. She's like, how could this happen? A trained nurse should know better. And that's when the doctor's like, where'd you get your blood donated from? And I told them from like the Life Link, Life Alert, whatever it's called. The ones that go to high schools and go to like little places and set up booths and stuff. And he's like, oh, those aren't doctors or nurses. Those are people in training. They send them to those to get field work. And my mom was pissed. My mom was like, so you're having people who are inexperienced with needles taking blood from children. And he's like, oh no, hospitals don't. The nurse academies do.
Yeah, it's like we don't, they do.
And that's why. Did she get in trouble? No, because that happens, I guess. And so that's why my doctor told me, he's like, yeah, if you ever, but do it at a hospital.
Yeah.
And he even said, he's like, and sometimes they can even pay you for doing it. So I'm like, shit, okay. Yeah, so go to a hospital. All you have to do is obviously don't go in like the emergency line and be like, hey, I would like to donate blood. And they'll usually like lead you somewhere to go donate it.
Nice.
And you still get the cookies and everything too.
I'm here for those cookies.
Yeah. My boy. Oh, Anna drew my pumpkin boy.
No.
Look at him. She drew him in his pumpkin head.
Hold on. Drawing lilies.
Sorry.
Must finish drawing the lily. Okay. Oh, I like that. I like that character a lot.
Oh yeah, no, he's my little femboy.
I've never seen this character.
He's a new boy.
Oh.
This is him. His name's Pumpkin. He's an incubus. He's a pumpkin spice latte. And it's great because like his bows are like they have like free minds of his own.
Mm-hmm.
So he's like, I want to be sexy, but I'm cursed to be cute. And no one takes me seriously.
Oh, I love them.
yeah, isn't he cute?
Yes.
He was supposed to be a girl from the little thing I bought,
mm-hmm.
but then I drew him, and I'm like, oh no.
I like it. Yeah, I can see the little boob.
Yeah, the little booby bump on that one.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm like, just get rid of the titty, and he a cute boy.
I'm here for the boy.
I can't donate because I have this weird thing where my veins roll. They roll?
Oh yeah, some people they don't have like strong veins, and so they'll
just keep, like, okay.
You try to poke it, and your vein is like, nope. The vein yeets.
No, your veins a tsundere. It's like, don't touch me, Baka. Does he seduce rich white girls? You know, because this pumpkin. Fuck! I didn't think of that. That's hilarious.
He does now.
Probably. But like, okay, so the funny thing about him and like all of the sweet succubi is like their stuff tastes like what their food is.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so
nasty.
I know, it's terrible, I'm sorry.
No, it's great.
But what's funny is when he gets really mad, his hair will actually like become like liquid hot coffee, and he'll just be like, it's all drippy on him. That's why, because I have all of them, and I love them. I have all. I'm sad though, because he doesn't have a cute little bean chibi form like all my other ones do, so he's the odd one out.
Oh. Oh, so I also might. I don't know if it's gonna be a thing, but I might be working at Shay's job for part-time.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Might. He's got to talk to his boss about it.
What would you do?
I don't know. Probably just help out anywhere, like graphic design stuff, or help Shay do molding and casting, since I have an idea on how to do it because I've watched him do it.
That's still really cool though. I'm very proud of you. I hope you do get it.
Me.
It'll also save you guys gas because you guys can just carpool together.
Yep. So, I mean, if not, that's cool. But if I do, I'll be like, oh, there's my part-time job. Look at them lilies. Oh, bitch.
Oh, there's a lag. I'm watching you. Wait, did I? Oh, it went. What? Wait. How the hell? It went back. Oh, those are good lilies.
Thank you.
I was like sitting here. I'm like, wait, why is she still working on the dress? I watched her work on the dress.
Then she's holding them close to her heart. Gay.
I mean, she is though.
Gay. I don't even know what the fuck. What is this? Oh, okay.
How does one find out their blood type? You have to get your blood tested.
Yeah, I've just known since I was always in the hospital.
It's good to know your blood type though, because if they give you the wrong blood, you're dead.
Yeah.
Like there's no saving you. Your blood destroys it.
Yep.
That's why blood types are very serious.
See, because I'm an AB, I can take O, I can take A, I can take B, and I can take AB.
Yeah. So
but,
see, she
they can't take. They can only take A.
Yeah. A's can only take A's. B's can only take B's because I'm a B. Mm-hmm. O's are the universal donor, but they can only take O type blood.
Yeah. And the ABs are the universal receivers.
Yeah. And there is one that I found out from Holly that like their blood type is so rare that they have to donate blood every like 3 months for themselves in case like they get in an accident.
Yep. I don't remember what it is, like the golden blood.
Yeah, I think it was called the golden ratio or something like that, because only 300 people in the entire world have that blood type.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, but another cool thing about blood is like, okay, so I have A, or no, I have B, and I think Cody has B. So if we had a kid, we could only have a B-type kid. That's also how you can tell your partner's cheating on you if your kid suddenly has a different blood type.
Well, yes and no, because you may have like an AB or an A recessive gene.
Oh yeah, you're right, a recessive gene.
You forget about recessive genes.
I always forget about recessive genes.
And
I am.
Yeah, it's okay. But if both you and Cody are B's, there's a higher chance for it to be a B.
Ah.
So, haha. Gotcha. Okay, so Mike Blue says that they tagged you on Tumblr or something.
Oh, okay. I'll check it out in a minute. Thank you.
I'm trying to look for it. Where do I look? Twisted Disaster?
It should be Twisted Disaster, yeah.
Twisted Disaster. Oh, there it is. No! There we go. No, I just want to look at the hashtags. How do I fucking...
You should be able just to do that.
Hashtag Twisted Disaster?
I think so.
That's not right.
Wait, there should be a way I can do it on mobile where it goes to recent, and I should be able to find it that way. Can I get punched in the face and have him collect my blood that way?
Oh, there we go. Haha.
I actually think you can. I mean, I wouldn't recommend it.
No. Okay, so I did that, and then yes, guys, I have a Tumblr. Ha.
I didn't know you
use it. Barely.
I was gonna say I didn't know you had a Tumblr.
Oh yeah, hell, I have a Tumblr.
I'm not finding it.
Me neither. What did you tag it as?
You said you added me, right? I can't find it.
Tagged you.
Yeah, I looked up Twisted Disaster. Wait, how'd you spell it?
Me?
No, them.
Oh, okay. Well, it's not twisted with a 1D.
Let's see, hold on. When do you plan on having the first marked book published? It sounds like such an interesting story. Well, the one I'm focusing on right now is Ticks and Turns, because it's not as complex as Marked is. and here's the problem with Marked, that's why I've told people a lot, and I feel bad, is Marked is my, oh fuck, what's it called? My magnum opus, that's what it is. And so, because of that, I never wanted it to be my first story, because I didn't want to have a J.K. Rowling or a Scott Pilgrim thing kind of happen to me. Because I have other stories in mind, but Marked is my big one. So, the first Marked book won't be published until I'm done writing the second one. Because I wouldn't want people to wait a long-ass time. So that being said, is I would write the first one, I would get it edited by my friend, I would fix the edits, I would have the beta readers go through it, fix the beta reader edits, and then I would work on the second one, and then once the second one is done being written and sent to my editor, then I would publish the first one. And the reason for that is because it's a long series. I would rather do it this way, so I would have a 2-year buffer on working on the other stories. That being said, you get the first book, and then because the second one's already written out, you would be able to have the second one guaranteed for that following year. So during that 2-year period, I'd be able to work on the other book. And the reason for that is because I don't get paid for writing.
Yay!
So I don't want to be one of those people that's like, okay, here's a book, 5 years later, here's book 2. Because that does happen.
Yep.
And I don't want that to happen with Marked. Because especially with at least the main Marked books, which are going to be 4, that's Tetsu's story. Then I would work on probably because I read this right. So at the end of the second or third, I haven't decided yet because I have the outline done, but done that, is there's this kind of important event that happens, and so I want to have it so that following year, so 3 years down the line, 2 books would come out, and it would be Ringmaster's story, and then the third book, because it would tie into that. So, but the thing with Ringmaster's story is, with his, you wouldn't have to have read the other books to get his, so it's also a good starting off point.
Mm-hmm.
That's something else you have to think about when you're writing other character books, is when a character is a side character, because that's one thing that makes people really sad, is Ringmaster's a side character, Siren's a side character, well, yeah, she's a side character. She's an important side character, but she's a side character. Same with, like, Alador and Adrian in a sense, but theirs coincides with Tybalt, who's the main character. And so with Ringmasters, I'm like, shit, your thing, because your backstory doesn't tie into anybody's except yours. So yours would make sense being a standalone book that people can just jump into, and then they can go on to, like, the third book if they wanted to, and they would understand vaguely what's going on and be able to, because they read Ringmaster's book. But you can still read the third book and understand everything that happens, even if you hadn't read Ringmaster's book, if you read the first 2. Like I said, I read a lot, so I've, like, learned a lot of writing strategies over the years and a lot of bad things to do. So it sounds very complicated, but it actually makes a lot of sense. Because I've seen people who try to make spin-offs, and the whole point of a spin-off is that you don't need the other books to understand the spin-off.
Yeah.
So if I made a spin-off story, you shouldn't have to read 8 other books in the series to understand it. But the fans of it will see Easter eggs in there, like, oh my god, look, it's so-and-so from that book. Well, the other people are like, I like this new character. Wonder what they're like, kind of thing. It's a storytelling strategy and a marketing strategy over just a marketing strategy, because there are a lot of people who do it just for financial reasons. And I don't want to do that. I want to do it to tell my stories.
Yeah.
Like, here's the thing. Even if Mark doesn't do well, I'm still going to finish all the books. Because that's something I've wanted to do since I was in high school, and it's like a dream of mine.
It's time to erase.
It's what?
It's time to erase.
Oh.
Goodbye, Ian.
I won't publish the first book of my long series until the first 4 are written because they will take so long to write. I plan to at least have 7 books in it. Yeah, see, exactly. And I think that's a smart thing because then you pull a Game of Thrones and you end up waiting 10 years for the next book, George.
Fuck.
I've waited years.
He probably wasn't. He probably didn't realize.
No, I know what happened. He fucked himself in the foot. Here's what happened with that, okay? So, A Feast of Crows and A Dance with Dragons happens at the exact same time. But his problem was he introduced too many characters to where, because how George writes his books is there are multiple point of view chapters that are all happening at the same time. And they're all important, so it's not a bad thing. But like, he ended up writing himself in a hole because when you actually print a physical book, you can literally have only X amount of pages before the book will explode. Right. Like the spinal break, you cannot go over a certain amount of pages, and it's a big amount. I think it's something like 5,000 or 6,000 words. I could be wrong. It could be higher than that. I mean pages, not words, obviously. And so, because of that, everyone's like, just cut Winds of Winter into 2 books, like you did with Feast for Crows and Dance with Dragons. And he's like, no, I can't do that. And so everyone's like, okay, well then just pick the point of views that are important. And he's like, well, I can't do that because that'll give away the Dreams of Spring or the Songs of Spring. I forget what it's never happening. Songs of Spring is never coming out.
He's gonna die first.
He's 70. That's another problem. A lot of people are like, oh shit. You know, they're like, oh, George gets mad when people are like, you're gonna die before the books come out. And I'm like, okay, first of all, George, you're not healthy and you're 70. I don't want more Targaryen books. I just want the
Mikay, I see it. My son.
What? I can't. What?
Did
you find it?
They fixed it, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's under the hashtag TwistedDisaster. Why'd you do this to me?
Hold on. Okay, come on.
It's two little horns sticking out from the top, or like in the hoodie.
Let me see. Why can't I find it? What the hell? Hold on.
Do most recent. And
it's so cute.
My poor son.
I like that it has multiple eyes on it, though.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so fucking cute.
I like how my characters are popping up now on your.
Just make it a double book, 2 spines, but still does a set. People have told him to do that, and he doesn't want to. He's like, no, it's. That's why I'm saying he wrote himself into a hole. He introduced too many characters. And what sucks is, like, they are good characters, so it's not like they're not important. But it's one of those, like, okay, George, you gotta pick and choose. You're literally known as the cinematic serial killer. Just kill off some people.
Yeah, right? Please, kill somebody off.
Well, what sucks is, like... So one thing I like and hate about the difference between the books and the show is that in the books they're more fucked up because everyone else is younger.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm sitting here like, man, everyone gets mad at Daenerys, but I'm like, guys, in the book she's 13.
Yep. Like, people forget. Even though he did say he wished he didn't write her so young because of the problems that they fucking did in the show.
Oh, yeah.
But, aside from, like, the way she's acting and stuff, she's a fucking child.
Yeah. She's a child that's been through a lot in the course of... the books aren't as long as the show. The show has been... See, because they literally have age constraints, because, you know, we're people and we age, The show seems like it's taken place over the course of all the years it's been on. You know, this is the 8th season, so it's been like, oh shit, the war has been going on for 8 years. In the books, it's been like 3 years. Let that sink in.
Yep.
Everything that happens to Daenerys happens in like a 6-month time span, pretty much. With the Khal Drogo stuff.
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, because she was almost fully pregnant. My bad, 9 months. Because she gets preggo really early. And that's also a good point. I do feel bad though, because again, in the books, he's different. So I'm like, it's still creepy because you're like 30, and I know it's a product of the times, but how is it the one who's 30 is less creepy than actual show Drogo? It's still bad because you're 30, but I'm like, But I mean, same with Jon. Freaking Jon's 14 in like the show. Same with Rob and everybody else. So it's like, you know, when you're sitting there watching those sexy sex scenes, those characters, just remember in the book they're 14 and all the same shit still happens.
Shit.
Puts a little damper on the mood. Like I showed Cody Game with those because he never actually watched it. And he's like, wow, this show's pretty sexy. I'm like, yeah, in the book they're 13. And he's like, and now it's gross.
It's like, oh, that's pretty nice. Never mind.
Yeah, no, in the books, when Game of Thrones starts, Jon Snow is 14. Same with Rob. He and Rob are the same age.
Ooh. Oops. Also, the way I did her hair over the crown, is that good?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. The crown, whatever that is. Headband. Damn beads that I spent time on, I have to erase them.
Me, nope, I'm good. Yeah. Yeah, oh, you know what's worse? Oh, I'm really gonna ruin it. Okay, so you know that really weird scene of Sansa and Littlefinger making out? In the book, she's 11.
Ugh.
Let that sink in. So it's only been a few years, so she's like 13, while Peter Baelish is like old enough to be your dad. Yeah, let that sink in, because when that scene happened, I was so gross. Oh, don't do it. Please, please, please don't. Oh, Sansa! I'm so sorry.
I hate Littlefinger.
I always hated George, what the fuck? I love it. I'm ruining Game of Thrones for people. I feel bad because I'm a fan of the books, but like I said, I'm a fan. Don't mean I support a lot of the shit he does.
Yeah, right.
No, it was creepy anyway, but I made it worse, right? So when I saw that scene, I'm like, oh, what's gonna happen in the book, isn't it? I'm not ready for that. Because at that point, that's where at least, oh my god, wait, no, did I get my timeline wrong? Does he make out with her in the book? Because I think he does kill Lysa Arryn in the book.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry. Spoiler alert for a book that came out like 8 years ago.
For those who haven't read the book.
This is true, yeah. Why are there so many young kids? Oh, it's worse. Bran is like 5 when he gets thrown out the window. Yeah, he's like 5 or something. Because I remember Rickon was... Like, they openly admit that Rickon was a baby. I think Game of Thrones is set back in the time when young children having sex or adults screwing kids doesn't seem that phase. Yeah, I know. It's one of those things where I'm like... Because I know that. I'm like, oh, that was common back then, but it's still gross.
Yep. It's like, we're in modern times. That's gross.
Because I'm not going to lie, that does sort of happen in my books, but I don't go to that extent. Because I personally can't. Because I'm like, I know it happened. You know, I mean, Michelangelo freaking took a 13 ride. Don't make it right.
Right. Just because it happens doesn't make it right.
Yeah. No, it wasn't Michelangelo. Who was it? Was it Da Vinci? Who was the one who painted the Mona Lisa?
I should know this.
I know, I know, I should know this too. I'm like, which one did it? I should know this. Da Vinci or Michelangelo? It's one of them. It's got to be.
I think it's Da Vinci.
Okay, yeah. Okay, then yeah, Da Vinci was the one who married the 13-year-old when he was like old and crusty.
Old and crusty. I'm gonna Google that, make sure I was right. Okay, people are saying Da Vinci, so okay.
Yeah, Da Vinci.
I was like, I should know this.
Yeah, Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes, Leonardo DiCaprio.
I love Bram though. It's like, oh no, a toddler saw us. Fuck, he clearly knows what it means. Mm-hmm. To be fair, you gotta remember back then, kids were a lot more like on the up and up about.
On the up and up on what?
Well, like, you know, if you lived in the medieval times and you were like walking around and like an explorer like Bran was, if you got two people fucking, you would kind of know what it is.
Yeah. Well, sorry, because you cut out. That's why.
Oh, it's okay. Oh, no, not the fire. Yeah, it's like they're also fictional characters. Again, I know and I understand that, but it's like,
nope.
Can't. It's like I understand it, but I'm like,
Ravioli, don't lose the dragon lolly.
Yeah.
She's just a character. Fight me. You nasty.
And again, it's like I said, I put some historically accurate spy stories too, and I do it for a story reason, not because I like it. Edgar Allan Poe, the guy who wrote The Raven, married his 13-year-old cousin when he was 29. Yeah, that happened a lot back then. A lot of incest.
Yeah, that was the thing.
Especially across rich people. But I mean, Edgar Allan Poe was also nuts. Like, I mean, so was Mary Shelley. You know, when Mary Shelley's husband died, she cut his heart out and kept it in a desk.
Me.
How metal are you? I'm Mary Shelley metal.
I'm Mary Shelley metal. It's like, oh.
But yeah, that's also why. So like, you know, Tommen was a Kid King in the show. He was Kid King.
Ooh, you're hella cutting out on me.
Oh, god damn it. Hello.
Oh,
but yeah, no, that's also why I was trying to say in the books. I'm like, that's why, yeah. So Joffrey was 11 when he became king, instead of the show where he was like in his like 13, 14-ish. Mm. So Tommen, when Tommen becomes king, Tommen was a Childe. Mm-hmm. I mean, still is a Childe. I don't think he's dead yet. No, he's not dead yet. Sorry, the show kind of spoiled a lot of things for a lot of readers. Like, I'm sitting here when I saw, like, what's her name being all like, I'm gonna seduce Tommen. I'm like, oh no, why couldn't you just be his friend, like, in the book?
Shit.
You know, play with Sir Pounce, the cute kid stuff.
Fuck.
That's what he named his cat. Tommen named his cat Sir Pounce.
Oh. I don't even remember any of these characters' names except, like, the main people. Unfortunately.
The thing is, it is a really well written book. It's just one of those, like, you can tell the fetish in it, and I'm like, that's what kind of bothers me.
Just a little.
Hello? Am I still cutting out pretty bad?
Nope, I hear you.
Okay. Also incest. Well, here's the thing. Okay, so on the incest thing, I do not support incest. I don't. But the reason for it, which is something I did like in the books that they brought up, was they made incest make sense with the Targaryens. Doesn't make it right, but it made sense. The Targaryens were the only people, first men, who had magic.
Yep.
So they kept inbreeding with each other, Because they're like, oh shit, our country where all the magic is blew up and there's 3 of us left. Time to fuckle.
Shit.
And so that's what ended up happening, was they just kind of kept marrying sister to sister, then cousin to cousin, then cousin, because they were literally the only beings with magic. Yep. In that sense, it makes sense. But even in the show and in the books, they were like, yeah, you know, when a Targaryen was born, it was flipping a coin on whether or not they were nuts.
Yep.
Or something was wrong, because of all the inbreeding.
Yep, so, like, you know, her brother's nuts.
Yeah. Her brother's nuts. Her other brother, actually, Rhaegar was nuts too. Not in the same sense, but in the books, he was so obsessed with prophecy that's why Jon Snow was made.
Yep.
Because a lot of people are like, oh, it was they loved each other. And I'm like, see, I want to believe that, but they explain like how like crazy he was about prophecy in the books that I'm like, I don't think it was love. I think it was just like, no, this has to happen. The prince that was promised has to be from my bloodline.
Yep.
You know?
And not be fucked up.
Exactly. And not be fucked up. That is true. And so, because of that, it made sense. But that's why when Cersei tries to, like, well, the Targaryens bred with each other all the time, and freaking Tywin's like, they had magic. We just have blonde hair. We don't got magic. There's no reason for you to be fucking your brother.
And then she has fucked up children.
Actually, no. Tom and Marcella are pretty good, or Marcella,
no,
whatever.
The
I
one.
Fucking name.
Oh
yeah, no. Joffrey's nuts.
Yeah, the one.
Same. Yeah, Joffrey. I mean, Joffrey's not a Targaryen, but freaking Ramsay Bolton's also nuts. So, like, see, this is why inbreeding's bad. You get psychopaths.
Oof.
What did I walk into?
Talking about how horrible Game of Thrones is.
Yeah. It is a wonderful world. It is a wonderful war story. I will say that, but it's just certain parts where you're like, can we just cut this out? You know, switch it around. You can easily fix it to not be incesty and underagey very easily.
Very, very easily.
But that is one thing I did like about, you know, the one thing with Tyrion's marriage to Sansa when he's kind of forced in that situation is he tells her, he's like, listen, we might be married. I'm not making you do anything.
Yeah.
And Sansa's like, really? He's like, yeah, you will just, and she's like, what if I'm never ready? He's like, well, then I'll be waiting forever.
Yeah, right? I was like, ah!
I was like, oh, Tyrion, the one good guy.
He's nasty, but he's not a monster.
What's sad though is like he's so much more fucked up in the books. I mean, physically, like the Battle of Blackwater fucked him up. He doesn't have a nose.
No.
And that's what was great was freaking what's his name? The actor who plays him in the show was like, I tried, but the prosthetic wouldn't stay on.
No.
So, because a lot of people were pissed off that they didn't like get the prosthetic to have Tyrion look like he does in the book, because the book gets his nose fucking cut off.
Right.
You know, so he look extra uggo. Sorry, Tyrion, but you do. And that's why he's also a lot more self-conscious, but the prosthetic couldn't stay on, so he's like, I guess I just get a sexy scar instead.
Sexy scar. Mm.
That part made me so happy. I'm so sad he isn't happy yet. I hope the fan theory about him being a Targaryen is true, because in the book it makes more sense.
Wait,
and who? Tyrion.
Oh.
Okay, so in the books,
I think Jon Snow is it.
Oh no, Jon Snow is. They haven't outright said it in the book, but in the first book they beat you over the head with it that it's kind of hard for it not to be true.
Yeah.
Because, like, literally in the first book, there's a part where Daenerys is, she's having all these visions and stuff, and she gets to meet her brother Rhaegar for the first time. And he kind of...
That's right.
Yeah, and, like, she goes to the House of the Undying, and she sees all of these, like, these visions of alternate realities and all these things. And then she sees a blue rose in a giant wall of ice. And blue roses were Lyanna Stark's thing. Like, that was kind of the thing she was known for, were blue roses. And then it's like, who do I know that's the only character of this book that's important that's at the Wall of Ice?
Oh.
Yeah, it's one of those. And then in the same book, they did it differently in the show. They had the flashback, I think it was last season, where they finally showed it, but it's in the first book, in like one of the first couple chapters, where Ned is like having a flashback of his sister dying, and it's like, I found her in a bed of her own blood, and she was just like, promise me, Ned. And I'm like, oh, she gave birth and died. Jon Snow is her kid.
Yep.
Because Ed is too good to cheat on Catelyn.
Yep.
That's kind of what kills him. He's so honor bound that he wouldn't. That's why everyone's like, who was the lucky lady who made you? The guy who no one thought would cheat on his wife. And he's always like, yeah, you know, some lady that I won't name.
Shit.
In the show, they gave her a name, but then it's like, oh, what'd she look like? You don't know. And I'm just like, Jon Snow's a Targaryen.
He's hella Targaryen.
And then in the show they admitted it. They showed they had a hand fasting. They showed her dying in the bed of blood. Bran sees it, and Bran's like, oh, his name is Aegon. Jon's not Jon. His name's Aegon Targaryen. And I'm just like, oh, okay, Jon, don't change your name back when you find out, because Jon, be Jon Targaryen if you have to, but like, don't be Aegon Targaryen, please.
Shit. But it's so funny, like, tell him!
I know! I'm like, just tell him!
Just tell him you fucking... Yeah, like, he's always just staring off in the distance, like, stop staring and tell him!
I know, I'm like, oh god. Oh, okay, sorry. People want to know the White Tyrion's a Targaryen theory. Okay, so, in the books, all Targaryens are described with either bright purple eyes or dark black, almost purple eyes. And it's very important. It's like a Targaryen trait that passes over, that's stronger than the white hair. And the reason why a lot of people think that Tyrion's a Targaryen is in the book, he has one Lannister eye and one black eye. And his hair is more platinum blonde than his sister, his brother, his dad, or any other Lannister. It's still blonde, but it's described as a almost white blonde. And that's how it's always been. So genetically, there's two things right there. Another thing is that Aerys, the Mad King, he openly lusted after Tyrion's mom in front of Tywin, Tyrion's dad, where he would constantly be like, I'm gonna fuck your wife, Tywin, and you got no say because I'm the Mad King. I'm gonna fuck your wife. And so, but then, right, she has Cersei and Jaime with no problems. No problems at all. But then, here's a genetically defective dwarf that's born and kills her. When the Mad King openly lusted after her. And in the prophecies, there has to be 3 riders for the 3 dragons. Yep. Which means that in the books, because spoiler, one of the dragons kind of becomes a zombie dragon at the end of the show. Which I'll be honest, I didn't see that coming. But
I didn't either. I was like, no, fuck.
Yeah, and so because of that, people speculate that Tyrion will ride a dragon, because another big reason why they think that is Tyrion told Jon Snow, again in the first book, that he would have dreams of riding dragons. Now, that might not seem like much, but apparently that's something in that world that only Targaryens dream of. They're like, no one has ever dreamt about riding dragons. They never could. Only Targaryens can. And Tyrion would talk about these vivid dreams of him riding a dragon as a kid. Also, in the books, he is extremely weirdly, like, acrobatic, where it's almost borderline magical. In the show, obviously, the actor can't do it, but, like, in the first book, he does, like, a somersault off of a roof to meet Jon Snow and just lands on his feet. Like, what, bro?
What's up?
Yeah. And so, a lot of people are like, oh, what if he's a Targaryen? Because genetically, historically, his background, the fact that the Mad King openly lusted after his mom, It would also explain why his dad hates him even more.
Shit, that's true.
It's because like, oh shit, Tywin ain't your dad. So the zombie dragon sounds rad as fuck. But the poor dragon got hurt, he got stabbed. I felt so bad.
Oh, he got fucking not just stabbed he got
nuked, I know.
He got nuked.
He got nuked and then he got thrown into a lake. I wanted to be the one with the white rocker dragon. Yeah, so there are some weird fan theories out there, though. Like, at least when I like a fan theory, I like the facts to back it up.
Yeah.
Like, some people believe that the Ice King is actually Bran Stark.
Shit, I heard that one.
And they're like, what if he just goes back in time so far, he wargs into the dude that becomes the Night King, and then he's the Night King? And I'm like, that seems a little too far-fetched. Says a lot for Game of Thrones, but I feel like that's just a little bit too much. I would rather like the idea of him warging into a dragon forever.
Yeah.
Or just staying in summer. I think staying in summer would also make more sense. Because, another thing, in the books, all of the Stark kids are wargs. All of them. But a lot of them don't know it. They're not like doing it consciously. All of them talk about having dreams of being in their wolves' bodies and running with their wolves and all that other stuff. And so that's why when the wolf died in the show and in the books, it was showing that the person was going to die.
No.
Because they could no longer warg into their animal, which is also why people say, poor Sansa loses hers because another dog attacked Joffrey. And that's also why she could never be truly happy after that. And she didn't know why. It wasn't just that her best friend died. It's that, like, a spiritual companion passed away with her.
Aww. I like Sansa.
Would you ever want your books made into movies? No. Only because a lot of my characters would require a lot of CGI. Because 10 is 7'4".
God.
And that's just him. Plus, I like practical effects too much. So I'd be like, if you do a transformation scene, we're doing it right. You're going to look painful, and we're going to have your skull rip out of your head.
Shit.
I mean, Kaylee drew it perfectly when she, drew it for me. I'm like, that's how I see it. Yep. Painful and not fun, because it's not supposed to be painful. It's not supposed to be fun. You don't want to turn into it.
Painful.
But if it could be an animated movie, probably, but I feel like they would also have to cut a lot out. Not in a bad way, but you definitely wouldn't get, all the points of view. So you wouldn't understand a lot of characters as well. It sounds bad, but I feel like if people just saw Lorelai at face value without her point of view chapters, they might actually hate her.
Fuck.
And it's because she's heir to the royal family. So all you would see is, you're like, I can see it, where people be like, well, you're a mage, you can stop this, just grow a spine. But then if you get her point of view chapters, you see that, mentally she's just beaten down to where she's scared. It's why she has such bad anxiety.
Poor baby.
It's okay. She gets a good ending. I will say that. That's not a spoiler. My baby gets a good ending. I'm so confused. What are they talking about? Oh, the Artemis Fowl. I never read those books. Those are some good ass lilies, by the way.
Thank you.
They some good lilies. Oh, hold on real quick. I think my package came.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, is it? Oh. The hell, Amazon? You said you were 9 stops away like an hour ago. I swear to God, if they tell me, oh, we tried to deliver your package and no one's home, I'm gonna be like, my door was open the whole time.
Yeah, right. If so, always check your mailbox, though.
Nope, it's still out for delivery.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because that's what happened to me. I was like, where the fuck is my package? Oh, it's in the mailbox. I did all those ruffles in the front.
Lorelai is best character. Thank you! I'm hoping when she gets her point of view chapters, people aren't pissed off there's an extra point of view chapter, because, okay, so in the first book, it's just Tetsu and one other character I can't name yet. because I've kind of kept her under wraps for a while and I want to keep it that way. But you pretty much get them, and then on the last chapter, you get a point of view chapter from someone else. And then that's how that book ends. And then in the second one, the second book will actually start off with Lorelai's chapter when she's a youngin.
A youngin.
And then you're gonna have a couple of time jumps in that one because Lorelai grows up in that book. But that's when Tybalt and them get introduced, and so it won't be complicated because I'm gonna have like dates in the corners of each chapter. But Tybalt's little trio adventures are all happening. Okay, how do I word this without spoiling it? Okay, so it isn't until the third book that all of the point of view chapters happen in the same.
And then she's gone.
Oh shit! Did I cut out?
Yeah, like as soon as you said like,
oh fuck! Okay,
all
okay.
Of the timelines.
Okay, so in the third book is when all of the point of view chapters are happening at the same time. So in the first book, one is happening in the present, and then one's technically happening a few years later. Did I cut out again?
Nope, got it.
Okay. Oh, okay. And then in the second one, it's the same in that sense, only that the only timeline that's moving and doing jumps is Lorelai's point of view. The trios is happening after all of Lorelai's stuff has sort of already happened, if that makes sense.
Yeet.
So it makes sense though, because it's like, why are you doing all this time jumping? It's because the trio's in a whole part of the world, so they don't interact. Like they don't even meet anybody until much, much later. Yeah, why don't you knock at my door? Well, it's because, okay, so for some reason at my complex, they tried to be lazy. My apartment manager just told me this, where she's like, no, you have the code. And she's told me that. She's like, no, I don't. She's like, call your manager and look up this address. You'll have the code. And she's like, and I'll sit there and I'll watch as they're like, oh, this is the code. And she's like, yes, you had the code the whole time. You could have gone into the building and looked for the apartment and do your job. It sounds rude, but we've gotten so many people who are like, oh, couldn't get into your complex, so I'm just gonna come back another day. And I'm like, joke's on you, asshole. I had the gate key and the instructions.
Shit.
You just didn't want to go into the complex and look for my apartment. Because I lived in a closed, locked off complex, which I'm very happy for. I feel very safe in. But I'm sitting here like, just because some people choose to live in a closed complex doesn't mean that you don't want to do your job. Because I'm sitting here like, if I wasn't in a closed complex and my front door was facing a street, if I wasn't there to get my package, someone could just walk up and steal it. You know?
Yep. That's what I miss about my old complex. This one isn't bad at all. Haven't had that problem. But, like, I had a mattress delivered, like, right at the end of the day. So it was like 9 p.m. and we weren't there. I was waiting all goddamn day. And I was like, okay, we're going to go eat. And then I get a fucking Amazon like delivery thing. It's left at your front door. I was like, motherfucker. So when we get home, there's this fucking like 100-pound mattress because it's foam, whatever, memory foam. Big ass fucking just on my door. I was like, somebody could have stole that, but because we live in a nice apartment complex, you don't have to worry about that. But still, it was just like, anywhere else, I would have been more pissed about it. Bang. Goodbye. Oops. Okay. I think she is done.
You think she done?
I think she done.
Okay, let me go to the fast book. So I can send them the ink whip so they can see it. Like I'm just gonna take a screenshot. So if you could full screen for me, that would be great.
Okay, hold on. Let me kind of do a real quick base color on it. So she'll stand out a little more.
Okay.
Than just it being lines only. Ugh. No.
Well, I am probably gonna have to leave semi soon to start getting ready for the birthday party.
Yep.
birthday party, aka going out to eat, aka I'm putting on makeup and lipstick to get smeared while I stuff my face in barbecue.
Yee, that's the best way to do it.
Right? We make the best white noise? What is that? Oh, in the background.
Okay, so take a screenshot as it is once it stops moving so she can get a close-up, and then I'll zoom out for a full body.
Okay. Okay, hold on. Let me get that.
Thank you, Armani. Thank you, BR44.
Okay, got that one.
Okay, I'll zoom out a lot. Okay.
All right, hold on. Oops, where is...
Move it down just a little bit.
Okay. Oh, God, she's going to be so pretty. Okay. Fuck, my friend's going to die. So my friend's like, I demand more art of Lorelai.
Cool.
Agoo.
Agoo.
So what you gonna work on now?
I'm probably also gonna get ready.
Oh, right, you're going out too.
Yep.
So should we just end the stream here then?
Yeah, probably.
Okay. Thanks for coming, guys. I know we did it earlier than we normally do, but for once we're both going out on Friday night.
Yeah. Oh my God. I'm gonna go live. Go live a life.
I know, right? Gonna get crunk.
But yeah, if any of y'all are interested, collab commissions and single commissions are open. If you just want, my link is down below underneath the video. Should be the very first link. But
yeah, or if you just want a commissioner, pretty much our collab prices or her commission prices are the same. Yeah. So if you want
it just
a
gets
collab,
split 50-50.
Yeah, so if you want to commission her, check out her commission info. If you want a collab commission, just make sure you put collab commission so we know.
Yeah, so like I said, thanks for hanging out, you guys, and I will
love you all. Smatches.
Bye.
Bye.